The USC Trojans are one of the most legendary programs in the history of college football, with some of the greatest legends of all time strapping it up for the Trojans. They reigned supreme from 2003 to 05, securing 2 national titles and coming this close to winning a 3rd straight in 2005. They also went on a 34-game win streak over this time and had a pair of Heisman Trophy winners at the helm of the ship. And during this time, they had one of the most talented teams we have ever seen. But since the end of the 05 season, they've had some good seasons and some great players, but haven't been back to a national championship or even the college football playoff. So my mission is I'm going to start with the 2003 USC roster, and I have to catapult the Trojans back to national prominence and create the greatest dynasty of all time. Right now, the gold standard is Nick Saban's run at Bama, where he has won 6 national championships in 16 years. And I have already tried this challenge with 2 schools. First, the 08 Crimson Tide, and I was able to win 7 national championships in 16 seasons. Then I tried it again with the 01 Miami Hurricanes, where I won 9 national championships in 16 years. But here's the twist. I'll be creating the top 24 recruits from real life recruiting classes from each season. Watch me try to sign the nation's top high school recruits and dive into significant matches such as the Pac-12 Championship game and any national championship games we make. In all, I've crafted over 320 recruits over 14 recruiting classes, and we'll be simulating each season from 03 to the conclusion of the 2018 season. If you have any suggestions for other historic teams I should take on in a future Dynasty challenge, drop a comment down below. All right, guys, so here we go, the 2003 USC Trojans. Now, this USC run is actually one of the kind of teams that made me fall in love with football. I was like 12 years old. Reggie Bush was my favorite player growing up. I loved him at USC. So I really wanted to do this version of our rebuild for a while. Now, if you haven't seen me do this before, I've done it with Miami, the Miami Hurricanes starting in 01. I've done it with Alabama starting in 08. I'm going to play 16 seasons. I do real life recruiting classes. So I have my first one made. This is going to be the 03 season. So we're going to be doing the 04 recruiting class. We're going to do real life recruits. How NCAA 14 works is you can only do 23 or 24 custom recruits a season. And then the rest are going to be auto-generated players, but there's going to be 23 to 24 real life players that I'm going to be fighting for to try to get them to sign at USC, and we can try to create the greatest dynasty of all time. Now, before we get into the first year of recruiting, we are going to quickly look at the roster so you guys can just take a really good look at it. First, starting at QB, we have Matt Leinart, who's a sophomore. I think he wins the Heisman in 04, but he's a starter in 03 as a sophomore. Obviously, one of the best quarterbacks in USC history, wins 2 national championships. The other thing with USC, they actually won the national championship this season in 03. They win it in 04, and then they get 1 game away. They lose in 05 playing against Texas. And if they win that game, they win 3 in a row. They have one of the longest winning streaks ever. So this is really just one of the most dominant teams ever, and we're just kind of picking it up right at the start of their run. Then if we go to running back, they have 2 freshmen. They got Reggie Bush, who is my all-time favorite college football player and just one of the most exciting dynamic football players of all time. We have Lendale White, kind of the classic Thunder and Lightning. They're both freshmen, so we're going to have them for 4 years. We are going to be building our offense around these 2, but especially Reggie Bush. If we go to wide receiver, we got Big Mike Williams. Now, he's a sophomore. He's 6'5", 230. He was a top 10 pick of the Detroit Lions. Kind of a bust in the NFL, but had some good years in Detroit and actually had a kind of career renaissance later in his career with the Seattle Seahawks. We got Kerry Colbert, who is their number 2 receiver, like a nice receiver, did play in the NFL, but nothing crazy. Then we're going to have a freshman, Steve Smith, who is a really good freshman and had a really good career with USC. Played really well in the NFL too, played with the Giants, a few other teams. Then the rest of these receivers that I couldn't make the whole roster. Like, it just takes too long and it's too hard to come up with all the ratings. So I made all the starters, a lot of the really important backups, and then a lot of the players who are more filler type players. They're just current like 2023 USC Trojans. So, but all the starters and all the key backups, they're going to be real players. At tight end, we have Dominic Bird, who is a sophomore tight end, was a really nice tight end, never like super dominant, but a good player. Then we go to Jacob Rogers, who's a senior left tackle who played in the NFL, good player. Then we have a freshman, Sam Baker, who I think he was a first round pick of like the Falcons, but he's a really good left tackle, so he'll step in for us next year. At guard, we have Deuce Latui, who was played in the NFL for quite a few years. At guard, he's going to be a junior. At center, we have Norm Katnick. And then behind him, who's a senior. Then behind him, we have another freshman offensive lineman, Ryan Khalil, who started forever in the NFL. Really good offensive lineman in the NFL and at USC. So he'll step in next year. We got Fred Mata at guard. He's only a sophomore, so he's going to be a good player for us. And then we got Winston Justice, who's also a sophomore. I believe he was like a second round pick of the Broncos, played in the NFL for a long time as well. So really good O-line that's going to develop and be really tough for us. We're definitely more offensive heavy right now. We are really loaded, especially young on offense. On defense, we have this Kenichi Eduze. He's a junior, 90 overall, should be a decent player. We have Omar Nazel, who's a senior, so this will be his last year. He's a decent player. We have two nice defensive tackles. We have Sean Cody, who's probably our best defensive player, really nice D tackle, played in the NFL. We have Mike Patterson, who also played in the NFL, only a sophomore for us, and he's an 88 overall. So nice two interior D linemen that we'll have for the next few years. Linebacker, we're pretty good. We got Melvin Simmons, who's okay. We got a young Lofa Tatupu, who is really good at USC, was a starting middle linebacker for the Seattle Seahawks for a long time in the NFL, played on their Super Bowl team. So Lofa was a very good middle linebacker. Then we have this Matt, I'm not even going to try to pronounce his last name, Grootgoed, 90 overall. He's a junior. He'll be a solid player for us this year. DBs, we're just okay. We got Will Poole, who was good corner. Marcel Allman was pretty good as well. Then a lot of these guys are just filler type players who will, kind of play as we go through the sim. Free safety, we have this Jason Leach, who's a junior, who's an 87. Then we do have a really nice strong safety. It says Darnell Bing, really nice safety for USC. He's an 89. He's only a sophomore. So that is what our team is looking like. They are super solid. I mean, they did win the national championship this year. They split it with LSU, and there is no reason we can't compete right now, right here for a national championship. Now, I have already made our recruiting class. So we're the 03 season. So it's always one recruiting class ahead. So this is going to be the 04 recruiting class. Oh, I've already created all the prospects. So there's going to be 23 custom ones. We're going to hop in and take a look. And this is a very good recruiting class with some superstar players. Now, obviously, recruiting, guys, we need to try to win. We have 16 seasons to try to win as many national championships as humanly possible. Gonna aim for 7. That's like my goal for each one of these. So how we do that is all gonna be about recruiting. It's how good are we at signing these elite top level players. Now, if we want to look at our school really quick, here's kind of where we sit in all of these key kind of recruiting factors. We actually are in a really good spot, except for athletic facilities, coach prestige, coach stability. Conference prestige are actually pretty good, Pac-12. So those are kind of the 3 that we are going to have to work on. And as we progress and as we get better, those will just improve. So that is kind of where we are sitting. Now let's get into the recruiting class. Let's take a look at where we are sitting. Now there's a couple of really good quarterbacks. There's Pat White, who is a West Virginia legend, really good at West Virginia. He's looking at a few small schools, but it'll be interesting to see where he ends up. Then we got Chad Henne, another really good, college quarterback. He's looking at Oklahoma, Texas, and Texas A&M. We don't really need a quarterback right now. I'm going to go after this 4-star right here because we are second on him, but not really too worried about quarterbacks. Then if we get into running backs, we have 3, and a few of them are studs. First one is Adrian Peterson. I was really hoping we were on his board. Obviously, one of the best running backs of all time, but we really don't need them because we have 2 freshmen right now, but he's Bama, Nebraska, Texas, and LSU. Then we have Marshawn Lynch, who I'm actually shocked we're not on his list, but he's Alabama, Oregon, Cal, Georgia Tech, Nebraska. Then the third one is Peyton Hillis, big, kind of fullback, running back hybrid, really had a nice run in the NFL with the Cleveland Browns. He's Vanderbilt, UK, UCLA, Utah. We have this John Battle, who we're actually first on, and we have another one here. But once again, we don't really need a running back, so I'm not going to go crazy after them. Okay, then we get into wide receivers. This is actually a really nice receiver class, but we are not high on any of their lists. We got Early Doucette, who's leading Bama. We got Calvin Johnson leading Bama. Ted Ginn Jr. leading Ohio State, and then Dwayne Jarrett, who actually did go to USC. He is not really leaning our way either. So we do have some 4 stars there that look pretty good. I might try, like, where are we? I might see if we could get in with either Calvin or Ted, if we could kind of sneak our way in. I'm going to add them to the board and we'll see. Then tight end, we have a couple of nice ones. We got Fred Davis and Zach Miller. Fred Davis actually went to USC, but he is leaning Alabama right now. Zach Miller leaning Notre Dame. Alabama seems to be in on everyone. We get this Michael Smith, though. He's a 4-star. We are first on his board, so we'll add him. Yeah, that's probably it for now. We honestly don't need, we need some defense. I want to get some O-linemen, so that is where we're going to be aiming heavy. Now, we only have one created O-lineman right now, so I'm just going to kind of add to the board as we see just kind of some of the better players. Yeah, that's kind of where we'll go for tackles, just those 2. Then if we go guard, we got a 4-star here. Okay, then if we go center, we have one created center. It is, where is he? Oh, he's right here. He's only a 3-star, and we're not on his list, but he's from Hawaii. It's Max Unger. Played in the NFL forever. He went to Oregon. I'm going to add him to the list just because, you know, he's going to smaller schools. He's a 3-star. We might be able to steal him. I'll add this one guard or one center who's a 3-star right there. Okay, so that's kind of offense. Then we go to defense. We have some really nice defensive ends. We have Brian Arakpo, Derek Harvey, Robert Ayers, and Chris Long. But once again, we're not really getting on the actual real life players list, which is kind of annoying. We got to really rack up some natties. We got to really, establish ourselves, and then we will probably stand a better chance with some of these really elite guys. Okay, go down to D tackle. We got a few. We got Glenn Dorsey and Calais Campbell, both really good. We're high on Calais. We're going to be 3rd. He's from Arizona. He went to the U actually in real life. Then we got Glenn Dorsey, who's actually a top 5 pick in the NFL draft. I'm going to add him, and I'm going to add this Butler. So we're going to go after those 4. I would really like to lock down at least 1 or 2 of those guys. Then we go to outside linebacker. There's one. It's Keith Rivers. He's from Florida, but he actually did go to USC in real life. We are not high on his priority, but we do have these 2 4-stars who we look like we're doing well with. We're gonna go after both of them. Okay, then we go middle linebackers. There's one. It is Dan Connor. He went to Penn State in real life. We're actually first on his board, so we will add him. We'll see if there's any other linebackers. We got a 4-star who we're second. We'll add him as well. We have 9 spots left on our board. Then we actually have no created we actually have more middle linebackers. I'm bugging there. We have Lawrence Timmons and Gerard Mayo, and we're actually not on either of their boards, but there they are. We actually have no created DBs, so for this class, just kind of how it worked out. So we kind of do low-key need some corners, though. Go after those 2. Hopefully we have some athletes that are interested, and maybe some of them want to play corner. If we go to free safety, really not high on anybody, worth much of anything. So we're going to not even go after any of the free safeties. Strong safety. Oh, we're much better with the strongs. We got a few that were first, and they're all kind of 4 or 5 stars right there, for all 4 stars. So we'll add all those guys, and we'll have 4 spots left. Hopefully we have some really nice athletes. Yeah, we have 2 athletes there. We got a second and a second. We're actually going to go after this 5-star here who are 3rd. So that is what our board is going to look like. Honestly, not a ton of the created players, but I do think we're going to have a pretty, who's this guy? We're 4th on this guy. I do think we're going to have a decent shot. I'm really hoping we could try to sneak in and steal one of Calvin or Ted Ginn. If we could do that, I would be very, very happy. But there we go. That is what our first recruiting board looks like. Now we're going to look at our schedule. We'll see what it's looking like for us this year. We're a B- schedule. We got to go at Hawaii, Boston College. We got Notre Dame, Utah, Oregon State in the middle of the year. That's really when this schedule is going to pick up and become more difficult. The first, 7 weeks should be relatively easy. And then, then we get into kind of the meat of our schedule. but really it's not that tough of a schedule overall, so we will take it. Okay, we're going to start the first season. Now, one other thing I actually didn't touch on is I didn't reset college football to 2003, so all the other rosters other than ours is going to be the 2023 roster. So Alabama is led by Jalen Milroe. Washington has Penix, all the kind of stuff that's happened this year in college football. That is all the other teams. So, Georgia's obviously going to be really good. Bama's going to be really good. So how I usually do it at the start of each year is I'll look at the top 25, I'll look at the All-Americans, and then we'll go through and look at some of the other rosters. Because we got to think, all those recruits we just looked at, you've seen, I'm not even really getting many of the really good ones this year. So those guys are all going to be going to Bama, Georgia, blah, blah, blah. So as we go through the sim, we're going to go look at the other rosters at the start of each year that we think we're going to be competing against, and just see how they are looking and see who we're really going to have to go through. So that will be happening. We're not really going to do it this year just because, it's all of the teams that are playing in college football right now. So you guys should be somewhat aware what they look like. So Georgia is really good. Michigan's really good. Ohio State, Bama's good. LSU looks pretty good. We're actually us and Ohio State might be the only 2 A+ teams right now. Clemson's an A-. Yeah, so we have every shot to, try to win a national championship this year, which would be really interesting. If we look at the Heisman watch, Kyle McCord is one. Jalen Milroe is on the list as well. Preseason All-Americans, I don't think we'll get any just because all our guys are new, so they don't have any past seasons to go off of, so we won't really worry about that. But usually I like to look at preseason All-Americans as well. I also like to look at the championship contenders, because this gives us a really good gauge where next year we're projected as the number 1 team, number 2 in 2015 behind Ohio State, and then number 5 in 2016. So right now we are set up pretty well for the future, and it makes sense. We got Liner, Lendale, Reggie, all those guys are super young. One other thing, so when we're doing recruiting, I started a new coach. You can give yourself a certain amount of recruiting points that you can use. So you can go all the way up to 20. I gave myself 12 because, these just basically give you different things that will help you in recruiting. So right now I've got kitchen sink. These ones is 3. This one is 1. So once you get it all the way up, you can get what's called the Saban factor, where you have a chance of getting auto commits when you first offer a scholarship. We don't have that right now. We don't have letter of intent. We don't have pipeline. So we're okay at recruiting net right now, but as we go through, I'm going to be spending more points, and we'll get just better and better at recruiting as we go. Okay, so I'm going to set up my board right now, and then I'll let you guys take a look at it kind of once I have all my points divvied out. All right, so right now we are going very stars and scrubs. We're going really heavy on Ted Ginn Jr. and Calvin Johnson. We're trying to steal one of them. I'm basically probably going to just see next week which one we kind of are looking like we're going to do better with and just go after him. Max Unger, I'm going to go really hard after. He's only a 3-star, but he's actually like an 84 overall. Going to go after Calais Campbell and Glenn Dorsey, and just kind of whichever one I'm doing better with, I'll probably just kind of go for him. Derek Harvey, we're in a good spot with Dan Connor, a 5-star linebacker. Kind of want to go after this QB. I'm not going to go after him crazy hard. Then we have a tight end, some offensive linemen, and a few athletes we're just giving a little bit to. I'm going to get more points back next week because I gave a bunch of scholarships out. I'm going to go after some corners and safeties and maybe these athletes. So that's going to kind of be our game plan recruiting wise. Now, we got game 1 of this rebuild, of this whole 16-year run against Hawaii. Reggie Bush, Liner, let's see what we can do at Hawaii, and we win 47-17. So that is a really good start. Obviously, we are going to take that. Okay, so we just lost Ted Ginn and Derek Harvey week 1. That is tough. They got auto committed. Okay, we got week 2 versus Washington State. We are number 6 in the country right now. Let's keep obviously our winning ways rocking. 45-21. So we've scored 47 and 45 back-to-back weeks. I think we are going to have a very explosive offense with Liner, Reggie, and Mike Williams. All right, here we are in week 3, Boston College. So once again, we don't really play a tough game till around week 8, week 9, week 10. That's when a really meat of our schedule starts. So we win BC 43-17. Then also how I do this, guys, usually about the 6 to 8 game mark, we'll kind of look in, we'll look at the top 25, see how all the teams are doing. We'll look at our season stats, see how all our players are performing. I don't want to check it every week because we got to kind of get going through these. I don't want these videos to be even more insanely long than they are. So it looks like week 12 is going to be kind of the week where I'm going to try to do most of my visits, or week 9 if guys are already in for visits that week. So I usually like to go anywhere from week 10 to 12 is kind of my favorite. It seems when it seems to work pretty well for the visits, but yeah, that's where we are right now. And yeah, if we kind of look at recruiting, we are falling way behind with Calvin. I'm kind of hoping we just kind of get locked out and maybe I could sneak my way back in. Who knows? Same with Unger. I cannot believe, like, it doesn't even look like we have a shot with him. It might be time to eat it with him. Calais, we're doing good. We're doing still good with Dan Connor. Michael Smith, yeah. I think I'm still going to try with Calvin just because he's so good. I mean, it would just be insane if we were to get him, but I think it makes more sense to kind of eat it with Max. It doesn't look like we're going to have a good shot with him and make sure we can lock down. Like, we have some really good depth guys that we're going after, so I think we might not get a lot of created guys this one, but we could get a lot of really good depth pieces, which obviously can be really important also. So that's kind of where we're sitting there. Year one is always the toughest to recruit. It's just going to get easier as we go. Okay, fourth game of the year, ASU on the road, so you never know, but this should be another 19-7. That is offense did not come to play there, but hey, we moved to 4-0. We're a top 5 team in the country. We are keeping it rocking. Oh, and one other thing, guys, if this is your first time, so I do watch some games live and I do super sim. So try to do it for 2 to 3 games a year, and I don't usually do it to like a big ranked opponent. So we'll probably Notre Dame's lost a few games, so we'll probably do Utah week 9. We'll definitely go and watch some of that. I'll super sim and we'll watch it kind of as it goes. Okay, we got Arizona. And then we do have Notre Dame, who's not great, but okay, we get 38-7. Like, they're good on paper. I think they should be pretty good there in the top 10, but haven't performed. They're unranked now, so you never know with those type of games. But we do move to 5-0, so a really good start in year one. We haven't still assigned any recruits, but like I said, year one, the recruiting is the toughest, but it gets easier. Oh, we actually just got another skill point. Calais is committed to Oklahoma. What? Where did that come from? We were right there. We were 5 points behind them last week. So what's Notre Dame's 3-3. They're an 88 overall though, so good team. We'll advance this week, and then we're going to play number 3 Utah. We will definitely check out some of that game, and we are going to look at kind of the standings. Okay, 49-10. I want to look at the top 25. I want to look at, how all our stats are looking, team stats, player stats so far through almost the halfway point of the year. Okay, we got our first commit. Strong safety. I like that. Okay, so let's look at the top 25. So we're number 2 and Utah's number 3 in the country right now. So this is an absolutely massive game. Ohio State's 1, North Carolina, Oklahoma, Duke, UCF all undefeated along with Tulane. Georgia and UW both have losses, so that's big. Looks like Bama is nowhere to be seen, 5-2, so they're 23rd in the country. Let's look at Heisman Watch. Blake Corum is in first. Now let's look at some of our season stats. So Leinert's 24th in the country in passing. Reggie's 18th in rushing. Big Mike there for receiving. Tackles, sacks, INT. So we'll go look at all our stats in more in depth though. Leinert, 1,400 yards, 11 touchdowns, 2 picks. Not bad. 250 a game. He's only a sophomore. He's just going to get better and better. Rushing, definitely, Reggie's our kind of bell cow. We have this Darwin Barlow, who's his backup this year, because I wanted to buy a year with Lendale, but 123 a game, 9 touchdowns as a freshman. Absolute freak show. Receiving, Big Mike is our number 1. Reggie's another 145. Not much for Steve Smith. Smith got hurt. That's why. So that makes sense. He was at 50 a game, so he's actually playing really well till he got hurt. But yeah, Luke McCree, is he starting? Yeah, that's kind of where we're sitting with receiving. So Big Mike's been kind of our go-to at 59 a game. Defensively, it's kind of where our tackles are at. TFLs, Nazzle. QB sacks, Nazzle as well, only 3. Bing's been good on the back end, 3 picks, 6 pass deflections, leading the team. Have any defensive touchdowns for Bing? Yeah, 1 for Bing. We got a safety. So there we go. That is kind of where we're looking there. If we look at team stats, total offense in the country, we are not near the top. Points, we're actually 3rd though. It's not doing it as much yards, but definitely scoring a ton of points. These guys have actually played one more game though. So they both played 7 games and they have 700 more yards. So definitely more yards per game, but we're actually kind of in the running for one of the best offenses. Defensively, we're the 3rd best defense in the country too. So we're 3rd on offense and 3rd on defense in points allowed or points scored. We actually have the best rush defense in the country, and we're 2nd in total yards. So we're super balanced. We are going to be right there, guys, at the end of this whole bugger if we can beat Utah especially. Okay, so Utah, we are going to hop in this one. Check some of this out. Number 2 versus number 3. This is an absolutely massive game, obviously. This is big. This is huge. Well, let's try to get this done. So we're really balanced, 3rd and 4th, total. They're a good team as well. We have a few big time players in for visits this week as well. Here's their top 3: Kincaid, Lamea, and Phillips. Here's our injuries. Nothing too crazy. Okay, so here we go. Massive game, Utah USC. It's a nice day out. Time to get this done. This could even jump us up to the number 1 team. But if we win this game, we beat Oregon State, who's ranked next week. We are going to be well on our way to a possible national title, appearance, which is something that, USC did in this 03 season. So it'd be a great way to start this all off. Okay, we're just going to kind of sim through the first quarter here. See what happens. Utah go down and score. We go down and score. Then we stop them and we go down and score. Then they are driving a little bit here. Okay, 4th and 12. They get a field goal. Is good. So it's 14-10 after 1. Leinert to Steve Smith for 27. 10-yard rush by Bush. 3-yard rush by Bush. 8-yard rush by Bush. 15-yard pass to Bush. 5-yard pass to Big Mike. Let's check it out from here. So 2nd and 5 from the 10-yard line. This would be a huge drive to punch it in, go up 2 scores. 21-10 would be really nice. We're going to motion Big Mike across the field. We're actually going to hand it off to our big 6'5" receiver who pushes forward for 6 yards. That is what I like to see. Big Mike Williams. And now we're doing a little bit of hurry up here. We're going empty. We got trips to the field. Big Mike split out. Steve Smith, number 2 in the slot, drops back. Lefty, gonna fire it over the middle in the back of the end zone, and we pick it up. Big strike there. Nice start to the game here for Leinert. 145 and 2 touchdowns. Don't like the 2 picks, but definitely a good start. We are up 21-10. Cam Rising. Okay, we got 3rd and 5. Let's see if our defense can kind of match what our offense has done so far. If we can get them off the field right here, get the ball back for our we could definitely put a bit of a stranglehold on this game. So let's get a stop right here. Defense, Rising's going to drop back. Fired over the middle, almost picked off, thrown it into coverage. Cam Rising really put that ball in danger over the middle. And we got a penalty somehow, and their drive continued. I don't know what happened there. 3rd and inches. We got 4th and inches. They go for 2nd and 19K. We got 3rd and 17K. Even if we can hold them to a field goal here, I'm fine with that. Don't know what happened. They must have went for it on 4th down, and we got a penalty. So let's stop them here. We are not letting them convert 3rd and 17. Rally up, make a tackle. 4th and 4. They're probably going to take their field goal here. That'll make it 21-13 if they do. Yep, field goal good. So 21-13. Let's see what our offense can do right before half. We got big 3rd and 3 right here. Matt Leinert. Let's see what we got here, big boy. Drop back our sophomore lefty. Time to make something happen. Drop back. Plenty of time. Fire it deep along the sideline. Nice throw out there to Steve Smith. Leinert's been really good today. The lefty is slinging it. And I mean, our offense, our recruiting class this year, I don't think is going to be incredible, but we have so much young talent on offense that we can really withstand it for a few years. So Leinert, Reggie, Big Mike, Steve, Lendell White, we got it all. We are ready to really play well. Okay, Leinert, hand it off. Reggie, get downhill, pick up 4 yards. Okay, gonna do hurry up here. Gonna come out in a little bit of pistol with Leinert, Reggie in behind him. Directing traffic, gonna run a draw to Reggie. Ooh, he found him. Oh, Reggie's fast. He's explosive. That is why he is so good. 77 yards in the first half so far for Reggie. Gonna do some more hurry up. We got pistol. Reggie looks a little tired, so I mean, let's not get any fumbles or anything. Leinert drops back, fires it into the flats to Dominic Bird. Pick up 3 yards. 161, 2 touchdowns, and a pick so far for Leinert. First and 10. And we actually score Big Mike for 18. Let's see if they can. They're probably going to try to get some points here. Oh, we get a fumble recovery by Lofa inside the 20. Oh, if we score here 35-13, this might be out of reach in the first half. Okay, we're in pistol here. Reggie behind us. Drop it down to Reggie. Give it to Reggie. No, he's going up over the top. Okay, throwing it out. 200 yards in the first half for Matt Leinart, though. Okay, I'm going to super sim one play, 1 yard rush. Okay, we got a big 3rd and 9 here. Let's see what our offense can do. We got Reggie beside us, beside Matt. We got trips to the field here. Let's see our young lefty, what he's got. 2 top 3 teams in the country. Nah, he's going to take the sack and we fumble. You cannot fumble there, Matt. That is literally, don't turn the ball over and we got 3 points. That's tough. Rising for 14, 2nd and 10, 3rd and 10. Gets 17 yards, 11 yards, throwaway. 10-yard penalty, 7 yards. Okay, we got 3rd and 13. They're going to go for a field goal here. There's a long field goal. He's made 2 of 50 already. Wow. So, well, let's see what he's got. And he drills it, I think. Yeah, wow. So they got a kicker. All of a sudden, that's a 6-point swing. That's big. We still in a nice spot, but that turnover really hurt at the end of the half there. Now they get the ball. 3rd and 2, 4th and 6. They're going to punt it. Big Mike for 8, Big Mike for 20, 7 for Reggie, -2 for Reggie, and we got 3rd and 6. We're 4 of 7 on 3rd down. Got kind of a spread look here. Leinart and shotgun with Reggie to his right. Leinart drops back, lots of time, but you got to throw it. You got to let it rock. You can't hold that ball that long. We're going to take the sack, and now we're going to have to punt it. Okay, we're going to let this drive rock. 3rd and 4, 1st and 10, 2nd and 14, 3rd and 9. They pick it up 4th and inches, 1st and goal, and they're going to get a touchdown there. So now it's a 5-point game, and we got a big 3rd and 8. If we scored a touchdown before half, we might wrap this thing up. Now all of a sudden, we got a nail biter down to the end here. Leinart drops back, plenty of time, fires into Steve Smith. Oh my, he was that close from splitting the safeties. Huge pickup for Steve. Nice throw from Leinart. Get this offense back on track. We're going to do a bit of hurry up here. Leinart still in shotgun, hard count. Drops back, fires it over the middle to Steve Smith again. Really nice freshman for us right now. Putting in work. Okay, keep going, hurry up. Leinart and pistol now. Drops back, do a little draw to Reggie. Get to the outside, pick up. Oh, they gave him 0 yards on the play. Still going, hurry up. 3rd and 4, 88 yards for Reggie right now. Leinart going to be in shotgun. Quick snap this, drop him back, gotta fire. Ooh, we're gonna be short there. We are gonna be short. And yeah, so I don't do this often, guys. If you watch the Sims, every once in a while on a big 4th down where I want us to go for it or, you know, whatever, I will actually pick up the sticks and try it myself. Don't do this often, maybe once or twice a season. So really like this stick play on 3rd down. We're going to read Bird here. Yeah, he's just going to sit down versus zone. We're going to fire that in. We're actually going to almost split him there, but we get a really big conversion on 3rd down. I want to try to pick that up. Just sits down versus zone. We fired in there in the Coliseum. We get it. Throwaway. Drop by Bird. Now all of a sudden it's 3rd and 10 again. At least we're in field goal range, so we can always kick it as long as Leinart doesn't turn it over here. 3rd and 10, I really want to convert this. So I'm going to Big Mike. I'm going to be our big 6'5" wide receiver, but nope, we're going to go to Reggie. He's not going to be able to turn up field there in time, though. 4th and 6, we're going to have to take our 3. Yeah, we take field goal. Okay, keep going. Interception, Rising picked off Leinart. 2 yards, 3rd and inches, 4-yard, 1st and goal, and we score. Okay, so now this might be out of reach now. Rising gets picked. Number 3 team in the country is kind of gave us a good game, but we've started to kind of take it to them here a little bit and kind of flex our muscles. So I'm going to go through this a little bit quicker now. 45-23. They score a touchdown there, but yeah, 48-29 is the final. So we get it done. Matt Leinart played really well. 5 touchdowns on the day. That fumble hurt us, made it, a little closer than it had to be, but we get the win over a top 3 team, our biggest rival, not biggest rival, but our biggest competition in the pack this year. So we get it done. Look at our stats. Leinart was kind of our big time player. 286, 3 touchdowns. Reggie, 122 on the ground is good. Receiving, Big Mike was our go-to weapon. Steve Smith played really well as well, though. Okay, so there it is. We keep our unbeaten record going. Okay, we got 6-2 Oregon State. This is not going to be an easy game. Like, we're going to have to come in and play. Oh, 24-17. We get it done. Move to 8-0 on the year. We are keeping it rolling. The recruiting is not doing amazing, honestly. But we're doing okay, and I think it's going to be a decent class. And if we can even make a national championship, anything like that should only really help us going into next year. Oh, Calvin committed to Florida. So we don't get Calvin. I don't know if we're going to get really any big time guys. Maybe Dan Connor has created guys, which is kind of crazy. I'm going to offer some scholarships to some of these other guys down here. I'm going to remove these two. We have a nice lead on a lot of these guys, but they're not great players. But year one, we knew would be our toughest year for recruiting. So it is what it is. Okay, Alan Small, we're going to give you quite a bit there. You actually look like you could be pretty good, and I have not been recruiting you at all. Okay, we have a lot of visits coming up here. Not this game, but the next game, I believe. So that's going to be really big to at least try to get some guys locked up. So we've got to beat Cal at Cal. Ooh, 7-point win, a little closer than I would have liked, but we get it done. And we have a bunch of guys in for visits for Stanford. This is our big visit week. Okay, so Stanford, they're 2-7. We got to obviously get the win. And hopefully we get 4 or 5 guys committing right here. We desperately need it. This is not how I wanted my first year of recruiting to go, but it's only going to get better. We get 2. Oh, that's tough. Okay, we got CU, Colorado, 7-3. Obviously, they're a good team. You never know, but we get it done. And we are one game. We're actually the #1 team in the country right now. Didn't even notice that. That means Ohio State probably lost, and we might be the last unbeaten. We got UCLA in Pac-12 Championship, and we might be punching our ticket to a national championship game in our first year. Said we got a Heisman finalist as well. Okay, let's look at the top 25. I think it said Ohio State, Michigan. Okay, so we just hopped Ohio State, but they play Michigan this week. It's 13. Oklahoma's undefeated, UCF, us, and Ohio State. So could have a lot of undefeateds there near the end of the year. It looks like we'll probably play Washington in the Pac-12 Championship. Said we got a Heisman finalist. Reggie jumped into second in the Heisman. So we got a chance for Reggie to win the Heisman in his freshman season. Okay, so will UCLA be able to just destroy our season right here? 38-17, we get it done. So we are 12-0 going through, the Pac. We played Notre Dame also. A decently tough year. I mean, Utah was definitely our big game this year. We're going to have to play UW, who's a very obviously explosive, tough team in the conference championship game, I believe. Okay, we got Oregon, #5 in the country. Let's look at the top 25 here. Look kind of where we're going to sit. So we're undefeated. Oklahoma is undefeated, and they actually don't. Big Ten in this doesn't have a title game. So they're basically punched their ticket. So if we win, we play Oklahoma, which is actually funny because I believe in 04, USC played Oklahoma. Not 03, 04, they played Oklahoma. Was it 03? I think it was 04, they played Oklahoma. And when they won the national championship. So, okay, let's get it. Tough Oregon team, not an easy game. We got to get it done. So we are second on offense and second on defense. That is balance. We are good, man. We are good. Reggie, 1,400 yards, another 321 on the ground, and we still have 2 full games left. So he's going to be putting up some crazy numbers. Barlow's hurt, so even more is going to be on Reggie's shoulders. We got it at home as well. So we win. We play Oklahoma, who is not a great team. We're going to have every chance to win that one. All right, we're going to go through this a little bit quicker. I'm going to go right till the half, and then we'll start jumping in because I just don't want this first season to get too long. Good 0-0 after 1. We go down and score 7-0. They answer right back. We go down and answer right back. They go down and answer right back. And then get somehow... Okay, so they're up 16-14 at half. They get the ball too. Bo Nix driving. 10-yard loss. 3rd and 13, huge play right here. We need to get off the field. We cannot let Bo convert this. Bo drops back, bringing some pressure. Okay, we got to make that tackle on Bucky Irving. And we do. They're going to punt us that football. It is 4th and 8. Oh, that was Hudson underneath. But yeah, okay. They went for it and they got stopped though. Okay, that's crazy. 2nd and 12, 3rd and 5. Okay, let's see what we got on offense here. Now is the time, Matt Liner. What do we got? What's our best play call? What do we got on 3rd down? We want to go get the lead right here. Gonna drop back, fire a little screen pass to Colbert. Oh, 4th and 4. And this is another one, guys, where I'm gonna take over here. I want to get this done. I want to take this home. I want to get to a national championship. I don't want to let Oregon come into our house and win. So we're gonna look to Bird. Then we're gonna look to the backside slant, and then possibly to Reggie underneath. Oh no! Oh my gosh, I put too much air under that, but we get it. I was trying to fire that in. I was getting hit and it got popped up in the air, but we were able to drop it into Steve Smith for the completion. 1-yard rush, 3rd and 3, 8-yard rush by Reggie, 14-yard rush by Reggie, 2-yard rush by Reggie. We're at the 1-yard line. Can we punch this bad boy in? Let's go. Matt Liner. Oh, we're gonna pass. No. Okay. Well, okay, we got it. I would have liked to just go to Reggie Bush and ice it there, but hey, Matt Liner throws it in. We are gonna be up going into the 4th, hopefully. Okay. Oregon football. 6 yards, 12 yards, 4 yards. Ooh, Oregon fumbles. We get the ball 8 yards. Reggie 13. Mike Will 17. 3rd and 4. I want a touchdown here. Field goal is nice. We go up 9, but touchdown now. We are really taking control going into the 4th quarter. I want to go to Big Mike or Reggie here. We're going to go run stretch to Reggie. Tries to cut it back. Breaks a tackle. Breaks another tackle and gets the 1st down. And that is why he is one of the most dynamic freshmen we have ever seen. Woo, cuts it back and picks up the 1st down. Reggie Bush. Okay, we got Leinart and shotgun. Motioning our tight end across the formation. Gonna hand it off to Reggie. Get upfield. Go, Reggie. Go, Reggie. Inside the 1-2 yard line. Wow. Reggie, 153 on the ground. Reggie might get 2,000 yards rushing as a freshman. Okay. Matt, gonna be pistol look here. Drop back. No sacks, no picks. There we go. Touchdown to Kerry Colbert in the back of the end zone. We go up 2 scores. Huge drive for the Trojans. Okay, let's see what Oregon can do. A very tough offense. Gonna be tough to keep them down. 1st and 15, 1st and 10, 2nd and 3, 1st and goal, 2nd and goal, PAT. So they score. They are back down 6 now with 6:24 left. 3 yards for Reggie, 5 yards by Liner, 5 yards for Smith, 7 yards, 7 yards, 5 yards. We are going to Reggie and we fumble. We fumble. I think we might have went to Reggie too many times. Okay, we got 3rd and 9. We get them to 4th and 4 and they're going for it from our 40. The play of the day right here. If we get a stop, going to be tough for them. If they convert, they are right in it. Good coverage downfield, and we get the hit on Bo Nix. He goes down. Turnover on downs. Now we can run this clock out. This is where we need that 4-minute drill. 8 yards, -2 for Reggie. We got 3rd and 4 here. I like a screen pass to Reggie, something to Bush, maybe Big Mike in the slot there, but I'm probably going to something to Reggie. No, we're going straight drop. Matt checks down to Bird. He gets it, falls forward, picks up about 12 on the play, and that it ain't over, but that's puts us in a great spot. Okay, we're gonna run hurry up here. I want to go to Reggie Bush here. Let the man cook. Go to Reggie, power, cuts it outside, cuts it back, breaks a tackle, picks up a 1st down, and now we are rolling. 187 yards and 2 touchdowns for Reggie. Okay, Leinart under center, Reggie behind him, gonna run power the other way. Reggie makes a guy miss. Okay, we're kind of riding Reggie here. I don't want to fumble. I'm good on this hurry up. We're hurrying up again. I mean, no Reggie fumbles, please. I mean, he's tired now. When they start doing that hunched over animation, they are tired, and we're gonna go back to him. Okay, let's stop. No more hurry up. No more hurry up. Oh, goodness. We're trying to do a 4-minute drill, not play like the Chip Kelly Ducks. Okay. Sometimes, guys, this is an old game that AI and the UI, like how the computer attacks and stuff can be super weird and can get really annoying. So let's see what we do here. 3rd and 6. Reggie is about to fall over. I'm guessing we're going to pass here. I'm kind of hoping we don't run just because I really am scared of a fumble. A field goal here, we go up 2 scores. So we really don't need to get too aggressive. Leinert drops back, fires it over the middle. Huge conversion carry. Colbert down inside the 10. Okay, can we just not run? Hurry up and take a breath here. No. Okay, we're gonna run. Hurry up. And Reggie legit looks like he's gonna die on the field. Gonna motion Big Mike down. Okay, at least we're not running with Reggie. Gonna fire it underneath to carry. Pick up 2-3 yards, 4 yards. Can we stop hurrying up? Can we huddle? There's 2 minutes left. Okay, thank you. And we score a touchdown. Next play, who gets it? Big Mike for 4. And that is gonna do it, guys. We're gonna super sim pretty fast here now. They might score. Yeah, they score. They don't actually end up scoring, but there it is. Book our ticket to play Oklahoma, the national championship. Play of the day right there for Matt Leinert into the end zone, and we beat Oregon. And here it is. This is the first time in the 3 challenges I've done with these 3 different teams. This is the first time I made the national championship in our first season. So, hey, let's go finish this job. We kind of got lucky, I feel like, playing Oklahoma, not the toughest team. So let's see. So Matt, 195 rating, 272, 3 touchdowns. Reggie got the ball a ton, 42 carries, 196, 2 touchdowns. Receiving carry, Big Mike were kind of our go-to weapons. Steve Smith made a play. Reggie, 1 catch for 13. Okay, we win the Pac-12. We're gonna advance week, and yeah, we should be playing Oklahoma. Wow, and we win it. As a true freshman, Reggie Bush, already almost 2,000 total yards. He'll pass 2,000 this game. 21 touchdowns already. Should get another 2 or 3 this game as well. Crazy. Reggie Bush. He could easily win another one over the next 3 years. So I'm feeling good about that. We play OU in the national championship. We can go look quickly at OU's roster just to kind of get a gauge on where they sit. They got Stutzman, Farouk. They should have Dylan Gabriel at QB. Like, they're okay. There should be a national championship right here. It really, really should be. Oh, I almost simmed the game. I'm going to sim through this a little bit quickly. Probably do the same thing where I'll go till half just because I really don't want this game video. Like, I gotta keep it rocking, keep it moving. There it is. We're 3rd and 3rd offense, defense. They're actually the #1 offense in the country, so they're going to be able to move the ball. Yeah, let's see what happens. National championship. It is in LA, so bit of a home field advantage for us. We're at the Rose Bowl. Hey, let's get it done right here. Win a natty in 03, just like Pete Carroll did. And these Trojans. Okay, we're going to sim to halftime here. So through the first quarter, we go up 7-0. They get a field goal, then they get the ball. They go up 10-7, actually. Okay, let's go next quarter. 10-7, and we get stopped 14-10. And we get ball 17-10. Then they get tied up 17-all. So it's 17-all at half. This is anybody's game. And they're driving here. They're really trying to run the ball. 4th and 8. And they get it for 13. Oh my goodness. They get a touchdown. 24-17. And we punt the ball away. They punt it back. Leinert, 3rd and 5. 4th and inches. I'm going for this. I don't know if they're going to want to punt. So I'm going for this. I know we're in our own area, our own end. But hey, we're trying to win a national title. I ain't trying to come out of here with nothing. Okay, we got McCree in the slot. Like the look of him. No, we got... Oh, he got some knockout. I might have just cost us there. If I hold that ball for half a second longer, he was going to clear. Their DB comes in. I might have just cost us. 3rd and 8. Throw away 4th and 8. Field goal is good. Okay, we're down 10. This is still doable. 3, 9, 10 yards by Reggie. 10 yards by Reggie. Incomplete. 11 for Big Mike. Oh, God, we got 2nd and 13. 33 for Steve Smith. We're down on the 1-yard line. We can be, down 3 going into the 4th quarter. That is nothing. We got to punch us in right now, though. 1st and goal from the 2. Go to Reggie Bush. Heisman winner. Oh, he's just short. 100 yards for Reggie right now. We have got to punch us in. We're about an inch away It is go time. We need our hogs up front to move this OU D-line off the ball, and we got to punch us in right now. We're going to flip 9. Oh, no. 14 seconds left. Reggie is out. I'm probably going to pass here if I'm the OC. 6, 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. We're gonna pass him. We're passing 1 step drop. We get it. Kerry Colbert in the back of the end zone. Whoo! We needed that, and we are gonna be down 3 at going into the fourth quarter. Now our defense has got to step up. 3-yard rush for Gabriel. Gabriel. 3rd and inches. 2nd and 12. We got 3rd and 7. We got 3rd and 7 just before midfield. Ooh, huge play rate here. If we can get a stop, we can go actually down and take the lead. So here it is. Dylan Gabriel drops back, checks it down. I think that Stoops a diving catch, but it's going to be 4th and 4. I don't know. They maybe could go for it. No, I think it said punt. So yeah, they're punting. Now we need a drive. Reggie. 10-yard penalty. 2nd and 12. 3rd and 6. 3rd and 6. What do we got here? Matt Leinart shotgun. Reggie beside him. Leinart drops back. Time. Throws it over the middle to a tight end. Huge pickup. Lake McCree. And that is a massive pickup right there. Leinart 253 touchdowns right now. Pistol look with actually I think that's Reggie. That should be Reggie behind him. Gonna hand this off. Oh, a little read option with Matt Leinart. Oh my goodness, don't fumble. Don't fumble. Don't even take a hit, Leinart. Slide. That's a massive gain. 18 yards on the day for Matt rushing. Okay, trips to the top here. We're gonna send Reggie out. Leinart drops back. Get rid of that ball. That's fine. That's fine. Kind of had Reggie in the flats, but at least we didn't take the sack. Okay, we're gonna super sim a little bit here. 7 yards for Barlow. Oh god, it's 4th and 6. What are we gonna do? We're going for it. Now or never. Just out of field goal range. We got empty. Matt Leinart and shotgun. It is go time, Matty. Find the open man. Deliver the strike. Huge strike down the field. Let's go. That is massive. Fires it into Kyron Hudson. Oh my goodness. That is huge. Now all of a sudden we are in prime position to take the lead right here. 27-24. Leinart drops back. Plenty of time. Fires it underneath Steve Smith. The freshman picks up 6 yards in the national championship. I don't like this hurry up here. Let's get Reggie Bush back on the field. Don't love this. 4 minutes left. Trips to the top. Leinart drops back. Plenty of time. He's going to lob it up. And we don't get it. 3rd and 4 though. 3rd and 4. I mean, a field goal is fine, but we want to ice this right here, right now. Trips to the top, tight end, receiver in the slot. We're going to hand it off to Reggie, and he's going to be short. You know what? I'm going for it. It's go time. We're trying to win a national championship. I don't want to tie this up. I want to take the lead. We got McCree on an option route. We also got, oh no, there's nothing. Oh, I thought it was like Madden where you can playmaker. That was a pump fake, and I really might have cost us in this game with these 4th downs. 8-yard rush by Barnes, 6-yard rush, -2, 2nd and 12, 3rd and 6. There's still 2:43 left. If we get a stop here, we're fine. Go down, get a touchdown, win this. Dylan Gabriel and shotgun, they're probably going to be passing, I'd assume. They want to try to ice this. Going to let it go all the way down here. We still have 3 timeouts. Okay, Gabriel drops back. Plenty of time. He's going to fire it, but he's out short. Well short. 4th and 4. We're going to call a timeout. We have 2:15, 2 timeouts to go win this. Did he go for that? They're going for it. Oh, they caught. What happened? They got a conversion on 4th down? I don't know what happened there. Sometimes the super sim can do really weird things. I don't get it. It literally just says Dylan Gabriel, 6-yard rush, 2 yards, and then all of a sudden they have it at our 20. Oh my goodness. 5-yard penalty, -4, 3rd and 23. 5-yard, 4th and 18, field goal. Okay, so we're down 6 with 1:23 left. That's all I know. Really weird. McCree for 23. We're just going to watch from here. I don't know what happened. But now all of a sudden we need a touchdown to win it or we lose the national championship. It is now 4 down territory, 1:08 left, 1 timeout. What do you got, Matt Leinart? You got something in your left arm. Why? The clock management in this game. We're down 6. It drives me nuts a little bit. Okay. Ton of pressure. Gets it out. Get out of bounds if you can. Kerry Colbert, 40 seconds. We need a miracle right here. Oh my God, he's going to spike it. It's going to be 3rd and 4. Then spike it. Why are you... Okay, we got 3rd and 4, 35 seconds. Touchdown can win it, but you need a touchdown. That's how that works. So the clock management, rough there. Let's see what we can do. We got Big Mike soloed up at the top. I don't hate like a one-on-one shot, possibly. We're going to check it down, though. We got our tight end. That's huge. We get the clock or the chains moving. Now the clock's going to stop while they move the chains. That's huge in college football. So massive shot, our little pistol look here. Straight drop. Plenty of time. Going right down the seam. That's a touchdown. Touchdown. Lake McCree. Matt Leinart. Oh my goodness, with 25 seconds left, Leinart down the seam. That gives them 4 touchdowns on the day. Extra point is good, and we are up 1 with 16 seconds left. They get 8 yards there. Okay, they got 14 seconds. They do have 2 timeouts, so if they get a big completion, they can easily kick a field goal to win it. So Dalen Gabriel drops back. We got a corner blitz. He's going to fire it out, and it's out of bounds. 3rd and 2. They got 10 seconds. Wow, we are 10 seconds away from taking home the national championship in our first season. Dylan Gabriel, they need about 30 yards, call a timeout. Oh, they're going, yeah, that's horrible. That is a horrible play call. Okay, so now they're in Hail Mary territory, and sometimes they, like, defense, they won't even... I've actually lost a conference championship game when I was the Alabama because they didn't play prevent defense. We just played cover 3 and they threw a Hail Mary and won. So I'm just going to play Hail Mary defense here just because, like, it's insane that they don't. They're going to run a screen pass. Okay. So that is going to do it. We are the national champions in our first season. Just like 03 USC, we get it done. We will go 14-0 W in Natty versus Oklahoma. Wow, crazy. What a play. What a throw by Matt Leinart to ice it. Wow, let's check. That's a number 1 game score. Let's check game stats, player stats. Leinart, 354 touchdowns. He's definitely player of the game. Reggie was good too. No touchdowns for him. Receiving, it was Big Mike. Colbert was good with 2 scores. McCree was really good on that last play, especially getting the touchdown. Lofa had 11 tackles, and that is it, ladies and gentlemen. We do it. 14-0. That's the best start we've ever had in one of these. It's our 3rd time through. First time I've won the national championship in the first season. So there it is. National championship goes down to the Trojans. Okay, so we're just going to kind of look at the final end of the year, just kind of wrap up. So we finish obviously as the number 1 team, only undefeated team this season. Heisman, we already seen. Reggie Bush takes it home. Should be close to over 2,000 yards as a freshman. All-Americans, Drake May, Reggie Bush. We got Rogers. We got our center. Nothing on defense. Oh, we got Darnell Bing, and we got our punter. Second team, we got Big Mike, and should be one of our D tackles probably. Yeah, Sean Cody at D tackle. Freshman, going to be Reggie. Sam Baker, going to be a starter for us next year. And that is it. Then I want to look at our just final season stats. So Leinart was the 3rd leading passer in the country. Reggie was 4th in receiving rushing yards. Big Mike was 7th in receiving yards. Not really high on tackles, not high on sacks, not really high on INTs. But now we'll kind of look through. So 3,500 yards, 30 touchdowns, 8 picks. Really good season for Matt. Reggie, 1,700 yards rushing. Really was just kind of our bell cow here. We're going to have Lendale in the backfield with him next year, but 127 a game. If we look at receiving, Big Mike was by far our number 1 target. And we still have him for 2 more years after this. We got Kerry Colbert, Lake McCree. Reggie added 364. So 364. Yeah, he had over 2,000 yards this season. So Reggie, well-deserved Heisman. Groot Goad led our team in tackles. TFLs, it was Nazzle and Uduze. Nazzle and sacks. Bing for INTs. Kick returns, Raleek Brown. He's one of the actual current day players. I'll just quickly look at team stats. I always like to look at this. So total offense, we're the second total offense in the country, third in total in points per game. If we look at defense, we finished, not quite as good. At one point, we were third, but some of these teams wouldn't have played bowl games and stuff too, and we gave up 30 points in the bowl game, so that probably dropped us down a little bit. But we had a really good defense this year still either way. So that is going to do it. Now we're just going to get into the offseason. Obviously, we still have kind of so we go 14-0 in our first year. We have that big signing day, national signing day that we're going to have to look at, which is going to be really, really massive, obviously. I really want Dan Connor, 5-star linebacker. He's the only actual real player. I'm going to go like a full 7, 6'5". I'm going to go 6'5" for him, 6,500. Hopefully Florida doesn't want him that bad, or Texas. Big time middle linebacker for us. It'd be nice to have for sure. I think I always want offensive linemen. I think we're going to go 35 to Maurice. I want that Kenny Hill as well. 5-star athlete, I believe. Or John Battle, but we really don't need him. A lot of these guys, I just got to hope other people aren't offering them any, and we just kind of scoop in there. I'm going to do this Kenny Hill, 6'2", 222 athlete. I like his size. If we go 35 for him, we might get literally none of these guys. That gives us 1,500 for Matt Miller, a guard, 4-star guard that we just got to hope and pray. Yeah, that's what I'm going to do. Honestly, don't love it. Our recruiting is going to get better. That's all I'll say. I don't love it, but we'll see. Hopefully we can get a few of those guys. I really like Dan Connor. And if we do get Dan Connor, we get the right tackle, we get the guard, get a center. You know what? I will take it. It could have been worse. We get a top 10 class. Not as good as, we're going to do better. We did, give away a lot of scholarships, a lot of 3 stars. So yeah, we get the 10th class, a lot of 3 stars, 1 5-star. Ohio State had the best class. Oklahoma, Alabama had 4 5 stars. They got Adrian Peterson, Arakpo, Harvey, and Glenn Dorsey. Oh my goodness. Yeah, I always like to keep track of my recruiting as well. So we get number 10 for the 2004 recruiting class. But coming off a national championship, I think we're going to do much better next year. I always like to go through, just kind of look where all the prospects went. So Early Doucette went to Michigan. Calvin went to Florida. Ted Ginn, Ohio State. Adrian Peterson, Alabama. Rakpo, Alabama. Marshawn went to Fresno State. Peyton Hillis went to UCLA. We get Dan Connor. Glenn Dorsey, Bama. Dwayne Jarrett, Ohio State. So Ohio State gets Dwayne Jarrett and Ted Ginn at receiver. Derek Harvey, Alabama. Bama did really well this year. Fred Davis, Oregon. Calais, Oklahoma. Keith Rivers, Texas. Robert Ayers, South Carolina. Zach Miller, Tennessee. Chris Long, Va Tech. Pat White, UCF. Okay. Chad Henne went to Clemson. Looks like a lot of our big time guys. So that's kind of where they all ended up. Like I said, not our best class. We will improve. Gonna go to position changes here. We have no athletes. I don't think there's gonna be anything major. If there is, I'll kind of just tell you guys as I do it. Yeah, nothing too crazy. Did a few O-line and just switch guard and stuff. So, okay, I'm just gonna swim through the rest of the offseason here, and then we're gonna look at the roster going into next year, and then I'm gonna make the next recruiting class. Okay, so started the 04 season, just quickly gonna go through our roster. So we look way better on paper. We were just so young last year. Kind of felt not lucky, but we won that natty, and we're just going to be getting better here. So Matt Leinart going into his junior season, 99 overall. Reggie Bush, obviously a 99. We got Lendale in behind him at a 96. Wide receiver, Big Mike, 99. Steve Smith's now a 90. Then we have some just kind of filler guys in behind them. Tight end, Dominic Bird. He's a junior. He went up to 89. Lake McCree, an 85. Sam Baker is going to be our new starting left tackle, 87 overall. Latui, senior guard, 92. Ryan Khalil, redshirt freshman, 88 center. Matau, however, is a junior 92. Winston Justice, a junior 90. Our O-line's really good. Nduze, 95, defensive end. We're young on the D ends. We got to get some D end recruits, even D tackles. We need some D linemen this recruiting cycle. We're going to be good at linebacker this year, and I did actually get some good freshmen in, obviously, with Dan Connor and a few other guys. So we actually are really kind of set up at linebacker over the next few years. I feel like I'd say D-line and DBs, especially corners, is where we really got to get some guys next year. Leach at safety, Bing at strong safety. So that's where we're looking really good. I'm going to make the next recruiting class, and we're just going to get into the next season. All right, so I just made the second recruiting class. So this is going to be the 05 recruiting class. This is another pretty good one. There's a few guys. There seems to be a few more guys from California, I think. There's a few guys I really want in this class. So made all the recruits. We are just going to get right into it. I really need D-line and DBs. Those are our two positions that we need the most. But obviously, we're just going to try to get the best class we can. Now, starting in QBs, there is a few good ones. There's Mark Sanchez, Chase Daniels, and Colt McCoy. So here's Chase Daniels. Mark Sanchez, who obviously went to USC in real life, and we are 4th on his list. We are definitely going to add him. He would be a great addition. This is what they did in real life. Go Matt Leinart to Mark Sanchez. I would love to do that. Could low-key use a QB just in general. We're really not high on many other guys, so we're probably just going to go after Mark right now. Go down to running backs, and we got 6 of them, some good ones. So Darren McFadden, who is unreal at Arkansas. We got Ray Rice. We got Jonathan Stewart, who's from the West Coast. We are 2nd on his board. We're going to add him. Steve Slayton, Rashard Mendenhall, and then Jamal Charles. Now, Jamal Charles is, I think, the best one of the group. I'm definitely going to go after him and Jonathan Stewart. But once again, this isn't a super big need for us. We'll also go after this 4-star right here. We have Lendale White. Well, we still have Reggie Bush, and then we have Lendale White, who is a redshirt freshman. So he's going to be here for the next 4 years. Okay, receivers. We got some good ones. We got 3. We got Mario Manningham, Darius Hayward-Bay, and Deshaun Jackson. And we are number 1 on Deshaun's board, and he is the number 1 player I want. If we could get Deshaun Jackson, that would be so sick. We also got this BJ Sanders. There's Brown. We're 300. How far away are we on Manningham? 225. We'll actually probably go after Manningham as well. Probably just those guys. We'll go after this Hopkins. We want to get some receivers. So that is where we're going with that. Then we go down to tight ends. And I don't believe we have any created. Oh, we do. We have Jermichael Finley. Really good tight end. Went to Texas. We're not on his board right now. Doesn't really look like we're on many. We'll go after this Keller. He is a 3-star, but 319th player. That's actually pretty high. Now, don't have a ton of offensive linemen, but we got a few. We got Eugene Monroe and Michael Orr. Both were like top 10 picks in the NFL draft. Michael Orr is obviously the Blind Side character from that movie. Got a few guys. We got a 1st, 2nd, and a couple of 3rds right there. Always, I like to get a few offensive linemen, at least 2 to 3, or even 3 to 4 every year, because you got to start 5. So I want to make sure I constantly have new guys coming in. We have no guards, but the number 1 guard in the class, we are 1st on his board. We're going after a lot of tackles, so we'll just go after the 1 guard. If we go centers, a 3-star, but 579, a 79 overall, we'll go after him as well. So that's it for offense. We go down to defense. Now we need defensive linemen, and we actually have not a ton of. I think we only have 1 created defensive lineman. So luckily the number 1 defensive lineman in the class, or defensive end, we are 2nd on his board. We really, oh man, and we're not exactly killing it here. Gonna have to go after some 3-stars as well. So this Whitworth has got to be one of my number 1 players I go after. Then we have Ndamukong Suh. He is a 5-star, number 1 of the best players in the class. Went to Nebraska in real life, but he's actually from Portland, Oregon. So he's from the West Coast. We are gonna go after him. Honestly, all the top D tackles were kind of interested in us. So we'll go after all those guys. Maybe this Mills as well, because maybe we can always We could possibly kick some of these guys out to end or something as well. We really need help along the D-line. Okay, if we go down to linebackers, there we have 4 middles. We have no outsides that are created. We got a 3-star here we'll go after. Then if we go middle linebacker, we got Curtis Lofton, James Laurinaitis. We got Ray Malaluga, who we are first on his board, and he did go to USC in real life. And then I think we got one more is Brian Cushing, who also went to USC in real life. We're not high on his list, though. We'll go after this Cook, who we're second as well. If we go down to corners, we only have 1 created corner. It is Walter Thurmond. He's from California, and we're not on his list. That's kind of surprising. So I'm going to go after him. Go after this Will Cox. We really need some defensive backs. Man, and we're really not high on many. Go after this Griffith and Fuller, maybe? We won't go after Fuller. I just don't want my board to fill up. We still got to look at safeties. We have a few created safeties. So at free safety, we got 1 Malcolm Jenkins, really good player, Ohio State. Played in the NFL for a long time, 5-star. We are not on his board, it doesn't look like, though. Really not killing it with the safeties here. Go after, oh, man. Maybe this Walker, just see what we can do with him. Strong safeties, we got Kenny Phillips is our real life one. He went to Miami, really good college football player. We'll go up to this Carlos Connor, Marquez Jackson as well. Then we'll save the rest for athletes. So hopefully we have some good athletes. We got a 4-star here, but we only have our number 1-on-1 May. Usually I tend to do over these sims pretty good with the athletes, but we'll go after May, we'll go after Miller, we'll go after Stokes here, and that will do it. So that is our class. I think we could put together a pretty good one. We have Deshaun Jackson as he's my number one player I am after. Okay, now we're going to go through our red shirts here. Going to go to our QBs. No one really red shirt available there. We'll do this on Marion Peterson. No fullbacks, wide receivers. We'll do this young freshman. Tight ends, we're just going to let them ride. Gonna let these guys just rock. We'll do this Matt Miller backup guard. Not our center. No. We'll do this Maurice Robinson as well. Yeah, oh man, we need some defensive ends. We need some guys. So this guy's actually got to sit this year. Like, we do not have very good ends. We have 2 good ends, I guess, and then just no depth. Definitely going to have to get some ends in. And then honestly, like, we're going to have 2 defensive tackles on the roster next year. So D-line is just an absolute must. Actually, we could probably do this Melvin Simmons, start this Romello Height this year, and then we'll have Simmons next year. So we'll do that. Middle, we'll do Dan Connor. We'll let him sit for a year. I mean, we got Lofa in the middle and stuff, so that's fine. We'll sit this Patterson as well. Corners, we need some corners. We need corners. We need corners. We're going to redshirt this Hawley, who hopefully could be a pretty good player one day. Leach, we'll let him ride. Bing, we're going to let ride, and we'll just do these 2 freshmen as well. So that's our red shirts. Okay, we're good to go. Nothing really crazy in depth chart. Okay, let's look at our schedule. We have an A- schedule, so we actually have a pretty tough schedule. I think we were a B last year. Fresno, Boston College, Washington State, Oregon State, Arizona, Utah. We only have 2 ranked teams, but I guess it's just a lot of like good teams. We don't really have a lot of just like really shit teams, and some of these teams could end up ranked later in the year. So not going to be the easiest schedule, but I think we'll be able to get through it. Okay, going to start of this 2004 season. So want to look at kind of who the best teams are. We are the number 1 team in the country. We did win the national championship last year. It makes sense. Us, Ohio State looks really good in A+. Michigan is also an A+. Utah's going to be probably our toughest game on our regular season schedule. Bama should be pretty good. Clemson looks really good. Georgia looks really good. Yeah, those kind of look like the best teams. Penn State going to be pretty good this year. Miami actually looked pretty good there at an A-. Look at the Heisman watch. Reggie's got to be right there, and Matt's 5th. So kind of interesting in real life. Matt won it, I think, in 2004, and then Reggie won it in 2005. So, you know, maybe we'll kind of flip it this year, and Reggie will win it first, and Leinart will win it second, or maybe we'll win 2 in a row with Reggie. Who knows? Look at preseason All-Americans. Drake May. We got Reggie Bush and Big Mike. That's it for first team. If we go second team, only one is our strong safety, Darnell Bing. Like to look at this championship contender at the start of the season. So We're number 1 right now. We're going to be projecting number 1 in 2015, number 4 in 2016, and then number 2 in 2017. Bama looks like they're not as good this year. Then they kind of pick it up. Ohio State looks really good for the next few years. Where's Georgia? Why Georgia's not higher? So they're 4.99, so not quite. Here's kind of the contender grade. Us, Bama, LSU, Texas A&M, Michigan, Oklahoma, Ohio State are the A+ contenders right now. So, want to look at some of the rosters. So we already looked at ours. Bama, Latham, McKinstry, Dallas Turner's back. Arnold, all pretty good. How's Tyler Buchner is actually going to start over Milroe this year. So Bama looks pretty good. Clemson, I know, was an A+. They got Shipley, Carter, Trotter, yeah. Klubnik, gonna be a junior, 93. They look pretty solid. Florida, meh. Florida State, meh. Georgia, big time middle linebacker. Brought Brock Bowers back for his senior year. Okay, yeah, they look stacked at the top. Malachi Starks. Ooh. Yeah, they have some really high level players. I would say their quarterback's not great. Carson Beck is just okay this year, so but they're definitely going to be one of the better teams for sure. LSU looks pretty good. Harold Perkins is always going to be a pretty good player through these sims, but not really that high level elite talent. Same with Miami looks decent. Tyler Van Dyke at QB is going to be nice, but Michigan, Donovan Edwards, Jenkins, they got JJ coming back for his senior year, 94 overall. Michigan's definitely a team that could make the national championship. Ohio State was Notre Dame is on our schedule. Good left tackle, good corner, good running back, not a lot else. Ohio State was another A+ team. Marvin Harrison back again. Tommy Eichenberg in the middle. JT on the edge. Yeah, they're really good this year. Agbuka's back. Trevion Henderson, Jack Sawyer, Kyle McCord is their quarterback with Devin Brown. So could be the thing that holds them back for sure. Oklahoma, who we just played, they lose Gabriel, so they lose their QB. I don't think we'll be seeing them back again. They got Bo Nix again back. Oh my goodness. Penn State, Singleton, Carter. They got Drew Aller. They could be pretty good. Keep going down. What about Texas? Jatavian Sanders is a beast. Quinn Ewers is back. Donnie Mitchell. Ooh, they don't have Manning. I don't know. Did they not put Manning on this roster? I don't know. A&M, Evan Stewart. They look okay. Nothing crazy. And then, yeah, so that's kind of where we sit right now. We definitely have the best team in the country. Washington could actually do some noise in the pack this year. They got Odunze back. Penix, McMillan. So they kind of have all their guys on offense along with Trice on the D-line. So yeah, they could definitely do some damage this year. Yeah, I'm going to go through, make my recruiting board right now, and then I'll let you guys check it out and kind of give you guys my game plan. All right, so this is kind of what our board is going to look like. The 4 players I am going all out for are Deshaun Jackson, Mark Sanchez, Evan Whitworth, a 5-star defensive end, and Ndamukong Suh, obviously a 5-star defensive tackle. Then we got Jonathan Stewart, which we really don't need, but just such a good 5-star running back. It's tough to say no to. Got another 5-star receiver. Then we got 4 offensive linemen that I'm just kind of putting the feelers out. Probably go after 3 of them or 2 of them really hard, just depending where we kind of sit after a week or 2. Then I have a big group of guys who I'm just giving a few points to right now. They're kind of the placeholders. I just put out a bunch of stuff for scholarships. So once I get all those points back next week, I'm going to add some more points to all these guys. Some athletes, D-tackle, corner, safety. So that's kind of where we are sitting right now. Okay, so we got Fresno State, first game of the year. So we're going to send them through this Fresno State game, and we go 44-0. That's what I like to see. Number 1 team in the country, and we keep it rocking. Let's see how many auto commits there were to other schools. Okay, no auto commits, so we didn't lose anybody just off the rip right away. Okay, got Boston College this week. Gonna sim through 49-3. So we are putting some beat downs on people so far. Okay, Washington State, and so far we've put up just under 100 points and have allowed 3. So we are pretty hot right now, 52-17. So Yeah, we're at like 150 points scored, 20 points allowed. So yeah, we're looking pretty good right now. Okay, Oregon State should be a decent, yeah, they're 90 overall. This honestly is not a easy game, not a cakewalk. Utah week 7 will probably be the game that we're going to hop in and watch live again. Utah's really good team once again, but we got to get past this Oregon State. This is not an easy game. 42-21. So we are rolling to start though, guys. Okay, we got Cal, another team that's honestly a 90 overall. That's not horrible. Like, there's a lot of just good, solid teams in the pack. Like, it's gonna be hard to go undefeated, but we are just rolling right now. 38-7, playing offense, playing defense. We still haven't lost in this whole sim. Okay, ASU, they're 0-3, so this should be one of the easier games, of the year so far. And then we got Utah next week, so huge game on the horizon. We actually have our closest game of the year. We've actually dropped down to number 2 in the country, but doesn't matter. Just stay undefeated, keep rocking, and we'll be fine. Now we have our bye week, and then we have huge week as far as we play Colorado, but that's when we have all our big guys in for visits. So we have a chance, and we're doing really well with all these guys. We have a chance to sign a crazy group in this game against Colorado. Alrighty, so this is a huge week. We have so many guys in for visits this week. That's the list of who's in. It's all our big guys. We have a huge lead on Deshaun. We're doing really well with Mark, doing really good with Whitworth, doing amazing with Ndamukong, leading on BJ, leading here, really close there, leading here. We have so many guys who are doing really well with, and I love if we got a bunch of guys to commit right here, and then we just free up a ton of points. Then we can just kind of rake in a big another group. So if we could get Deshaun and Ndamukong and that D end right here, I would be absolutely ecstatic. And hey, I mean, we got to win. Colorado 4-4, they're a 90 overall though. That's nothing to sneeze at. Let's see it. 42-14, we get the dub. Okay, give me Deshaun and Ndamukong. Even if I just get those two this week, I will be so pumped. They're West Coast boys. Come sign with the Trojans. We're about to make the greatest dynasty of all time. We get Deshaun, we get Ndamukong, we get the D end. Those are the 3 guys we wanted. We actually got the 5-star end as well. Safety, oh my goodness. Oh my goodness, we just cleaned up right there. Playing Arizona this week. Let's get another one. 23-17. It's a little close for comfort, but that's all right. Okay, then next week we get the defensive end in. Sweet. Okay, we're at Stanford. Really, Notre Dame, probably last game of the year is going to be our toughest game, but we really don't have crazy tough games. 45-29. I want to go look now some of the stats and another look at the top 25 and just kind of see what we're working with here. Okay, top 25. Us and Ohio State really kind of feel like we're on a bit of a collision course this year. Ole Miss, North Carolina, Clemson, Miami's 10-0. Miami and Clemson good out of the ACC. Not Georgia or Bama near the top. So that's a bit of a change. Georgia 2 losses it looked like there. That's kind of rough for them. Okay, Jam Miller actually passed Reggie in the Heisman, but I mean it's tough to win back to back. We'll see. It's not over for sure. This is a little different this year as well because he's split in time with Lendale, and we can see Lendale actually has more rushing yards than him. Wow, Big Mike's actually second in the country in receiving yards. Look at these real quick, 29, 31 touchdowns, 5 picks. Reggie right behind him in rushing, both right under 100. Reggie also 405 there, 40 yards per game. Steve, yeah, I mean, he's the 3rd, 4th leading receiver on the team. Big Mike, though, is having a great year. Almost 100 yards a game, 13 touchdowns. Really, really good. Okay, bye week. Then we got UCLA, Notre Dame. Okay. We get a Mark Sanchez commit. This is going to end up being one of the best recruiting classes I think I've ever had in one of these sims. Okay, UCLA, can they end our perfect season? We are on the road. We got a 3-point win against our crosstown rival. Keep it alive though. Okay, we got Luke Jones, we get Keller, we get Sutton recruiting right there. Okay, we got Notre Dame, our final game of the year here before Pac-12 Championship. Okay, so we're also starting to unlock some more of this. So starting next year as well, guys, we're going to have some Saban factor, so we can get those auto commits right at the start of the year. So that'll be sick. And then we could basically just have to do pipelines, and then the last bit is just scouting, which I don't worry about as much. So Notre Dame, they are a 88 overall. They're good, but I mean, we should win this. Just going to quickly. We only have 9 scholarships left. Have some recruits in for visits this week. We don't even really have like 9 guys I really want. Like it's 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. And really, this Jovan Van guy is the only one who I'm like, I actually really want him. Oh, and Vincent Stokes actually as well. Those 2. Everyone else, I'm kind of like, if we get him, sweet. If not, we're good. Okay, Notre Dame, 35-17, and we remain undefeated. Let's go. We got a few more recruits there, some middle level recruits. Okay, just gonna advance to the conference championship game. Get Eric Hopkins. Okay, so we're playing Oregon once again. They're number 8 in the country. Just gonna look at recruiting real quick. So we're gonna have Jovan and Stokes. I don't even care about any of the other guys. So we're basically just gonna give 7,500 to each of them, and we should get both no problem. And yeah, we should easily wrap up the number 1 class. I don't even think it's going to be very close with anyone else, but we will see. But hey, now it's time. So recruiting, we're done with that. It's go time. We're trying to win back-to-back national championships to start this off. Ohio State lost. Okay, so they're out of it. Michigan plays Wisconsin. We're probably going to play either Ole Miss or North Carolina. So once again, not the toughest team who's going to make it through their gauntlet. Yeah, I mean, we should be the heavy favorites over each. Honestly, this Oregon game feels like it might be the tougher game than either of those. 93 overall, good defense. Let's get it done. Wow. So Oregon actually is the number 1 scoring offense. We're the number 1 offense in yards. Very good across the board, but they're actually not very good defensively, even though they're a pretty highly ranked, like rating wise. There's our top 3. Pretty scary. There's theirs. Pretty good as well for sure. Injury report, nothing too crazy for either team. So here we go. It's at home for us again. We're the number 1 team in the country, trying to win back-to-back national championships just like these Trojans did. We got to remember too, they did win in 03. They did win in 04. Then they made it again in 05 and lost to Texas. So, you know, we're off to a really good start for this 16-year sim, but this is pretty much what they were doing as well. We're going to sim through the first quarter here, and then we'll kind of start possibly watching. 7-0. Ooh, we hop out to a 14-0 lead. They answer back with a touchdown. Going to go to halftime here. 21-7, 35-7, okay, 38-7, and then they fumble and we recover. Oh my goodness, we're trying to go up huge right at the start of the half here. Leinart drops back, fires it over the middle. Oh, we actually in and out of our hands. Leinart has 4 passing touchdowns already. We score here 45-14. This one's basically over. And we'll be booking our ticket to another national championship. Leinart, shotgun, Reggie beside him. Gonna do a little screen to Steve Smith, who gets rocked, but he holds on. 3rd and goal. We're gonna do some hurry up here. I would be giving the ball to Reggie Bush, but that's just me. What do I know? 2x2. There we go. Reggie. Yep, get outside, pick up that block. Reggie beats him to the corner, and he is in for the score. There we go. Another touchdown, 45-14. We're probably just going to sim through this unless something weird starts to happen. What? Yeah, 51-21, 51-28, 58-28. Oh my goodness. 58-28 to win the pack. Wow, we are a house right now. 413 and 5 touchdowns for Matt Leinart. Reggie, 163 and 3 touchdowns on the ground. 157 for Big Mike Williams and 2 tutties. We have all these guys back next year too. Like, you're just so loaded with young talent on offense. It is scary. Like when we started this, right? Like when you have Big Mike Lendale, Matt Leinart, and Reggie Bush, all either freshman or sophomore. Yeah. Okay, we win the pack. 2nd year in a row. Gonna advance, we will see. So it was either Ole Miss or North Carolina. North Carolina has Drake May, so that could actually make it pretty interesting. Wow, Reggie goes back-to-back Heismans. I got to put that in my notes. He's played 2 years in college football, back-to-back. I always like for these long sims, because it's hard to remember, so I like to leave little notes on anything kind of interesting that happens. Reggie Bush, back-to-back Heisman. Wow, crazy. And Leinart gets 5th, so wild. Yeah, we're going to play UNC with Drake May. Actually, that should be actually a pretty good game. Drake should be really good this year. Want to go look at North Carolina's roster. Drake May, obviously their best player. Freak show. Really nice receiver. Good running backs. They're going to lean offensive pretty heavy, but like we could lose a shootout for sure. Who knows? 90 overall, 93 offense. Say they had the 5th scoring, high scoring offense. They're actually the #1 scoring defense, which is shocking, but they do play an ACC schedule, which obviously isn't the best. Those teams are basically healthy. So here we go. Trying to go back to back. I've never even won a national championship. I don't think either of them I even won in my first 2 years, let alone back to back. So we're off to a blistering start if we get this done. Okay, we're going to sim through the first quarter here. We hop out 7-0, 14-0. Oh, God. 17-0. Oh, no. Okay, they get a touchdown there. So there we go. Let's keep going a little bit here. Set 24-7. We 30-7. We feel a little bit unstoppable right here. 37-7, 37-10. Yeah, we're just gonna go to the end of the game. I mean, 44-10. Nobody in college football feels like they can match us right now. 61-17 to go back to back. I was not expecting a start like this, but we get it done. One in Natty versus NC. Wow. I mean, we didn't even watch any plays in that. It was basically just over from the start. Matt Leinart, 6 touchdowns on the day. Reggie, 230 yards. Mike Williams, 155 and 5 touchdowns. So, okay. So we are off to an insane start. I'm hoping someone else in college football can match us. I mean, it wasn't like last year. Like, we barely beat Oklahoma. We had a lot of close games. This year, we felt like we were just a team on a mission that people were going to have a hard time stopping us. So we go back to back. Going to sim through the end of bowl season here. Matt Leinart, most school passing yards in a season, 4,200. Most passing touchdowns in a season, 48. Mike Williams, most receiving touchdowns this season with 20. Okay, gonna look at the final stats and all that good stuff. So, All-Americans should have Leinart, Big Mike. Somehow Reggie Bush won the Heisman, but wasn't a first-team All-American. Deuce Latui, Uduze, Sean Cody, Grootgode, and Leach at safety. So we cleaned up on first team. Reggie, second team. Matau, Justice on the O-line. And that's it. Look at freshmen. Lendale White, Ryan Khalil, and that is it. So Leinart led the country in passing. Reggie was 16th in rushing. Mike Williams led the country in receiving yards. Grootgode led the country in tackles. There we were in sacks, and there we were in INTs. So we were an absolute unit this year. 4,200 yards, 48 touchdowns, 8 picks for Leinart. Reggie, 1,400 yards rushing. Lendale, 1,100. Just the 1-2 punch of your nightmares. Big Mike, 1,500 yards. Everyone else was just kind of, chilling. He was our #1 target by far. Had 20 receiving touchdowns. Absolute freak show this year. TFLs. It's where we sit. QB sacks, INTs. So we'll look at team stats really quick, but I mean, we're #1 total offense, #1 points per game. Defensively, we were like 10 or 12 for points. Or were we even on the list for total yards? Not on the list for total yards. So we can definitely get better defensively for sure. But offensively, we're pretty much perfect right now. Okay, gonna go into the offseason. So we are on a 28 game winning streak. Pretty much just, yeah, we're kind of feeling untouchable right now. But I'm sure there's gonna be some teams that have something to say about it. Okay, players leaving. Got, transfer. Oh no, Maurice. The transfer, 78 overall. Okay, we definitely want this Simmons back. Okay, we got him back. Definitely want Dominique Bird back. Come on, buddy. Okay, so lose a good young offensive lineman, but we do lose Sean Cody. We lose our punter, lose an end, so we do lose some guys this year as compared to last year where we basically lost nothing, but we have so much young talent, guys just basically coming into their own that, yeah, it's, we're going to be even better next year on paper. There's no doubt in my mind. So we've basically unlocked everything now except scouting for our recruiting. So next year, I think this recruiting year was a little different. We had a ton of guys from California and from the West Coast. So we were able to, like, Deshaun, Mark, Dominican, all West Coast guys. So made it a lot easier to kind of just put a fence around us and sign all those guys. That's what USC used to do back in their heyday. Basically, if you were from the West Coast, but especially from California, you didn't leave. This Jovan Van, he's from California. We're not letting him leave. Deshaun Jackson, Cali, you're not leaving. Mark Sanchez, Cali, not leaving. Sue, Oregon, we're signing you. So that was kind of what they did, and we're trying to do the same thing. So we're going to go 7,500 for Jovan Van. Big time 6'7" guard, and then another 7,500 for Vincent Stokes, an athlete, and we are going to have one of the best classes I've ever had, for sure. I've had classes, one of my Miami classes, and I think I did it once with Bam. I signed 8 5-stars each year, like one time each. So those classes were pretty wild, but this one feels huge. Just huge players at big time positions. So we should have zero problem locking both those guys down, get to National Signing Day. All right, so there it is. We get Jovan Van and Stokes, the two guys we really wanted. We get the #1 class. I don't even think it was close. Top classes. Yeah, we got 5 5-stars and 14 4-stars to sign 24 players. LSU had 3, and then Ohio State had 9 4-stars, but they had no 5-stars. Yeah, so our class was scary good. Sue, Sanchez, Whitworth, Deshaun, and like honestly, it's only really the 3 created like real life players. It's just Sue, Sanchez, and Deshaun, but we hit at all the other big time positions I wanted us to. Manningham, so gonna kind of look at just some of the best players where they went. Manningham, Bama, and I think Bama's had some good classes. McFadden, LSU, Hayward Bay, UNC, Ray Rice, Michigan, Jonathan Stewart, UW. We get Sue and Jackson, 2 top 10 players. Colt McCoy, A&M. I like that fit. Curtis Lofton went to OU. Steve Slayton went to South Carolina. LSU for Rashard Mendenhall. Eugene Monroe to Clemson. Laurinaitis, Ole Miss. We get this Whitworth, which was a big 5-star for us. Jermichael Finley, Tulane. Malcolm Jenkins, Bama. We got Mark Sanchez. Jamal Charles ends up at Kansas. Ray Maluga ends up at UCLA, our crosstown rival. We get this Mike Miller. Kenny Phillips ends up at Boston College. Michael Orr at Bama. So Bama had some good players. We get the Jovan Van. Chase Daniels ends up at A&M. So he's going to back up Colt McCoy, which is always weird when the QBs do that. But there we go. So yeah, we freaking killed it. Okay, so right now there's some good teams, but I want to get some like rivalries. I want to make this a little tougher. So I'm actually going to bring in some new schools. We're going to kind of rob the Big Ten, and we're going to be bringing in Texas and Oklahoma this year into the pack. I want to make this a little more challenging. I do this, every once in a while in these sims just to add some flair, make it more difficult. And now all of a sudden we have even just more tough teams that we are going to have to go through and play. It's going to make it tougher. We have really good teams. It's going to make our conference very tough. And yeah, let's try to get through it. Okay, now we're going to advance to our next season, and we're just going to look at our roster, and then I'll make the next recruiting class. So looking at our rosters, that's kind of where we sit with 99. So we got Matt Leinart, senior, going to be really good. Then we got John David Booty as a sophomore. We got Mark Sanchez as a freshman coming in. Got this Miller Moss. So we have a lot of talent there at QB. Running back, we got Lendale and Reggie. Some young guys coming in behind them as well. Wide out, Big Mike, Steve Smith, Malachi Lemon, Michael Jackson, Hudson, Bralik Brown, and we got Deshaun Jackson coming in. So, I mean, we have a lot of talent, a lot of kind of older. This guy's sophomore. Mike Miller, good freshman coming in. So we got a good group. Tight end, Dominique Bird. This Leons is actually going to be really good for us over the next few years. We definitely got to get another tight end in. Left tackle, we got Sam Baker as a junior, going to be a freak. Luke Jones is one of our really good freshmen. We got a ton of good freshman alignment in. He probably will be our left tackle of the future. We got Mason Murphy as a senior. Then we got this Matt Miller, probably going to play after him at guard. Ryan Cleo, only a sophomore. He's going to be our center for the next 3 years. We got Fred Matau playing guard this year in his senior year, and then we got that Jovan Van freshman coming in, gonna probably start next year. Then at right tackle, we got Winston Justice as a senior. We got Chaz Morris, another one of those really good freshmen. So we got 3 really good kind of 4-star freshmen coming in who will probably all be playing within the next year or 2. Corey Foreman's going to start at tackle. We got a freshman in behind him. We got this Evan Whitworth, who's actually going to start as a true freshman. He was the 5-star I really wanted, and he turned out to be looking like he's going to be really good. So that was important. We got Mike Patterson on the inside, and Ndama Kansu is going to start with them. Then we have some young guys we're trying to develop, but these 2 are going to have to lock it down on the inside. There are 2 main D tackles. We got Simmons. We got a nice sophomore, actually. This Braylon Shelby looks like he could be really good. Tutupu is a senior. Then we're going to have Dan Connor coming in behind him. And then we have Rajon Davis as a senior here as well. Corner, we're okay, but they're both seniors right now. Junior, sophomore, freshman. So we got to get those guys developing. Hopefully over the next few recruiting classes, we can get a stud corner in. Zion Branch is going to start for us as senior backup. We got a freshman, Tony Wilson in behind him. Darnell Bing, Jalen Smith, and Beavers right there. Oh no. I accidentally simmed through the cut day and it cut a bunch of my safeties. Oh, I hate when I do that. I've done that before. We had a bunch of young kind of safeties that we could develop, and they are all gone. They cut them for some reason. Really, really annoying. But there it is. That is what our roster looks like. We are going to make the next recruiting class and get right into it. All right, so here we go. Just made the 2006 recruiting class. So this is going to be 05 season, 06 recruiting class. This is going to be the year, just like we are kind of doing, coming off back-to-back national championships, but now this is where USC lost in the national title to Texas. So we're kind of trying to almost redo history, but actually one up them. I don't know if we're going to have to play someone quite as tough as Vince Young, but already did the 06 recruiting class. This is a very good one. Stars kind of at every level. I'm excited for this one. I don't think we're going to do quite, it doesn't seem as many Cali guys, but we'll see once we kind of get into it. Okay, starting it at QB, and this is a very good QB recruiting class, and we have some wicked ones who we are first. We got Jake Locker. You went to University of Washington, absolute freak. We got Tim Tebow. I'm going to go after Tebow. We don't really need him. We just got Mark Sanchez, but if we were able to lock down Tebow, that would be wild. It's weird. Us in Oregon are 1-2 for him. For Locker, SC, or us, Bama, Ohio State, Clemson. Then the other one is our Matt Stafford, who obviously unreal, still killing it in the NFL right now with the Rams. He went to Georgia in real life. He's looking at A&M, Texas, Texas A&M, TCU, Baylor, all kind of the Texas schools. He is from Texas. And then the last one is Sam Bradford, who went to Oklahoma, was the first overall pick. He's leaning Bama, Notre Dame, Georgia, Florida. So really good QB class. I'm only going to go to Tebow just because it would be kind of cool if we got him. If we go to running back, we got LaShawn McCoy, CJ Spiller, Beanie Wells, and that, yeah. So LaShawn McCoy, Beanie Wells, CJ Spiller, and DeMarco Murray. We're actually first on DeMarco Murray's list. He went to Oklahoma. We'll go after DeMarco. Then CJ Spiller went to Clemson. Beanie Wells went to Ohio State, and LaShawn McCoy went to Pitt. So honestly, we don't really need a running back still. So we'll just go after LaShawn. If we get him, cool. If not, we can just let it ride. Okay, receivers, we got some good ones. We got Kenny Britt, Percy Harvin, who we are first on his list. If we got Deshaun Jackson and Percy Harvin in back-to-back recruiting classes, that would be the sickest thing ever. Percy went to Florida. We got Michael Crabtree, who was a star at Texas Tech. And then, is that it? We just have 3? Yeah, we just have 3. So there we are. We are first there. We'll go after these other 2 4-stars there, and that's probably it. We don't really need... I mean, this guy we're second, but maybe we can come back to him. But man, if we could get Percy and Deshaun, that would be the sickest thing ever. Tight end, I don't think we have any custom ones. We do have this Frank Harvey, though. We are first. We definitely could use a good young tight end. So we're just going to go after him, and hopefully we can lock him down. So far, this class seems like we could get an absolute killer. Okay, we got 3 offensive tackles. We got Trent Williams, obviously still playing in the NFL, one of the best players in the league still. I would have loved him. Andre Smith, who played at Alabama, and Jeff Otah. All 3 Alabama's their first school. Wow. I kind of am tempted to just go after Trent just because he's so good, and we could just see if we can make it happen. You never know. And maybe this other guy. A couple of 4-stars we can go after as well. Okay, going down to guards. I don't think we have any custom ones, but we do have the second guard in the class who we are first on his board. Also, maybe we'll go after this Powers as well. Go down to centers. We have no custom centers. So we'll just kind of sort and we'll see what we can do. 3-star, and we'll go after this 1 3-star here. So we've only got 12 guys on offense, so we have a really good offense right now, but we can always circle back depending how many defensive players we get. Now we only have 1 defensive end. Oh no, sorry, we have 2. It's Sergio Kindle and Brandon Graham. Kindle went to Texas and Brandon Graham went to Michigan. Unfortunately, we're not on either of theirs. We do have a 4-star here who are number 1-4. Gonna start out with him. We can always circle back. D tackles, there's only 1. It is Jared. Oh no, there's 2. Geno Atkins, who went to Oklahoma. No, Georgia, I believe. Geno went to Georgia, played with the Bengals forever. Then there's Gerald McCoy from Oklahoma, went to Oklahoma. You know, was like the 3rd overall pick in the NFL draft. Him and Ndamukong Suh actually were in the same draft class. They went like 2-3. So we could have both on our D line possibly. We also have this Rogers, who's who were first on his board, and this Bowen. We'll go after those 3. Going out to outside linebacker, I don't think we have any. We have this Daly, who we're 3rd. We'll go after him. I mean, I'm really only going to go after 4-stars right now, so 4 or 5, so we'll stick there. Middle linebackers, there's only 1, Brandon Spikes. He's from North Carolina. He went to Florida in real life. We're not on his board. Go after these 2 other inside linebackers, though. Yeah, maybe this McDonald as well. Okay, going down to corners, there are some good ones. Wow, we are not on Sherman's list. I am shocked. So we have Richard Sherman from, I put him from Concord. He's actually from Compton. I'm going to add him just because he's from the state. I don't want him. I mean, I could see us definitely making a play for him, even though we're not high on his list. Vontae Davis, he is the other one. And then the rest of the corners, wow, those are guys were 3rd. Damn, I'm going to go all in on Sherman, though. I would love to have Sherman playing for the Trojans. Then at safety, we got 2 free safeties. We got Myron Rolle and Taylor Mays. Mays played at USC. He's from the state of Washington. We're definitely going to go after him. Myron Rolle, we are not on his list. This Broussard, he's only a 3-star, but we are first. We'll go after him. We'll go down to strong safety. Thibodeau, we're first on his list. Harrison as well, a couple of 4-stars. For whatever reason, the strong safeties seem to like us. That gives us 6 open spots. Let's look at the athletes. Honestly, not great. Usually I do better with athletes, but yeah, we're not killing it with this group. So we got 3 extra spots. See if there's anybody else I want to add. Maybe this wide receiver. Honestly, we could add Jake Locker. Nah, it's fine. Maybe Beanie Wells, and we could just go all positions. Who's the best player we're not going after? That's not a wide receiver, a QB. Jeez, the wide receivers love us. Okay, we're going to go after this guard. Okay, that is the end of our class. That is 35 prospects. Looks really good. Yeah, we have a chance right here. It looks like to be absolutely incredible. If we look, we're in the A's for everything. A+ for most, A- for athletic facilities. Increase this grade by having more success. We're back-to-back national champions. It's only going to get better. And then coach stability, we just haven't been here that long, but we are coming off back-to-back national championships, so we should be good there. Okay, gonna go through our red shirts now. So go to QB. We're gonna redshirt Mark Sanchez. I'm gonna go to running backs. We'll do David May. Wideouts. We have a lot of wideouts. I mean, we can buy a year with Deshaun. I thought Deshaun was even going to start for us, but he's actually, yeah, he'll play next year, but he's not going to play a ton this year. Dominic Bird, we'll just let it rock with him. We'll do Luke Jones, center, and we'll let it rock. Right guard, we're going to go Jovan Van. I want to buy a year with him, and same with Morris. Our 3 really good freshmen we brought in, I want to buy a year with each of them. I'm going to do Bradley Benson as well. Yeah, and then we'll let it rock with everyone else. I might buy a year with this guy right here. I mean, we don't have a ton of depth on D tackle. We'll do this middle linebacker as well. Freshman. Corner, definitely do Stokes there. Definitely do Wilson. I'm so pissed okay, honestly, we have so many senior safeties. Yeah, we're gonna do our Darnell Bing, who's like our best defensive player. But we can let this Jalen Smith start this year and just save Bing for next year, which I'm sure he's going to absolutely love, getting redshirted his senior year. But we're trying to, yeah, he's literally, after Lofa, our best defensive player. Okay, depth chart shouldn't be anything crazy. Make sure Reggie's ahead of Lendale. Kicker turns to Lendale. Wide out. Okay, yeah. Should be good to go. I mean, we're going to be right there again. Okay, we're going to look at our custom schedule. Remember, I added in Oklahoma and Texas this year. We have an A- schedule. We got A&M as well. Oklahoma now on the schedule. We got Oregon, Utah, Colorado, Notre Dame, LSU later in the year, and UCLA. Holy. If we get through this schedule undefeated, we deserve to be back-to-back champs. That is absolutely crazy. That is one of the tougher schedules. As far as having just almost no really walkover easy weeks, that's crazy. Okay, so we're going to go through kind of preseason polls, Heisman watch, all that good stuff. Check out some rosters. So we're an A+, Georgia's an A+, Ohio State's an A+, Miami, oh my gosh. So we got some great teams this year. Bama's A+, Michigan's A+, Clemson's A+, Oregon's A+, Florida's A+. Oh my goodness, Texas is A+, A&M, who we play, Penn State. Holy... I don't know, guys. We're trying to win our 3rd in a row, and the teams look stacked. Reggie Bush trying to go for his 3rd Heisman in a row. Matt Leinert's in 4th preseason. Okay, now we're going to go through recruiting. Now, I have the Saban factor. I'll just look at it really quick for you guys. So if you haven't really seen it or you haven't watched some of the videos before, so what the Saban factor is, I have it fully unlocked 3 out of 3 now. You gain a 20% chance of an instant commitment when you offer a scholarship. So this only works if I'm number 1 on their board. So if I'm number 1 on their board and I offer a scholarship, I have a 20% chance of getting an auto commit week 1, which is so big because then I don't have to spend any points on these players the rest of the time. They're just going to get, commit to me, or, and I don't have to waste points and time. So it only works if I'm number 1 though. So I'm going to go through, usually I get 2 to 3, maybe 4 auto commits every year. So we're just going to go down. We're going to, okay. So I was really hoping Tebow would just do it. We didn't get Tebow, didn't get DeMarco. Give me Percy Harvin. We get Percy Harvin auto commit. Wow. We have him and Deshaun. We're going to have Deshaun Jackson, Reggie Bush, and Percy Harvin on the same team for 1 year. But we're going to have Deshaun Jackson and Percy Harvin together at wide receiver. That's insane. We're going to keep going down. Just going to kind of offer everyone here. We're going to keep offering scholarships even if we're not number 1, but it's only can be an auto commit if we are their number 1 school. Only Percy so far. Okay, there we go. We got a D tackle. I like it. A 77 overall, 44, our 4-star. Love it. Boom. Go outside linebacker, middle. No. Sherman. So we're 8th on Sherman, but I already know. I'm going all in on Sherman. He's going to be one of my main targets. Taylor Mays, Todd Broussard, Brad Thibodeau, Stephen Harris, Brian Hall, Greg Davis. That might be it. I don't know if we're first on any more guys. One more? No. Okay, so we only get 1 or 2, but it's it's Percy Harvin and a freaking 5-star or a 4-star D tackle. I'm all good with that. Okay, I'm gonna give out my points and then we'll take a look at kind of where we're sitting. All right, so this is what our board is looking like. I'm going all in on Sherman, McCoy, and Trent Williams. I'm going to really have to push to get Sherman and Trent. Going to go in on Tebow. We'll see. Like, we have Mark Sanchez. We don't really need him, but it'd be fun to have Tebow. DeMarco Murray. This is about the time we want to get, a really good bell cow back. So we'll go after DeMarco. Taylor Mays, this tight end. We don't really have a really young tight end up and coming, so we're going to go after him. We got Percy. Then we have, kind of some DBs, athletes, and a few offensive linemen. We gave all our scholarships out, so I'm going to get more points, after we simulate through this week, and I'll add more to those guys. And then we got this other D tackle who we already got. So that's what we're looking like right now. Looks like we could have a really good class. We have no game week 1, so we're just going to simulate through. We'll see if there's any auto commits as well, because other people have that Saban factor, some of the other really good coaches in the country. So we might get some guys auto committing week 1 here. Nope, nothing. Okay, we jumped up a ton with Sherman. So he is from the state. He's close to home. I think we'll be able to probably have a good shot at him. Gerald McCoy, we actually jumped up to 1st. Trent, we actually took a pretty big jump as well. Tebow, Clemson actually kind of jumped up there. I just don't know. We already have Mark Sanchez. Do we need Tebow? DeMarco, we took a really commanding lead there, so we're good there. Taylor, we fell behind Ohio State quite a bit, so we're going to add a bit. I'm going to add a bit to him. Emmanuel Parker, we need some corners. I'm actually going to go pretty hard after him. Doing well with that guy. Need a bit more here. We're doing okay there. These O-linemen, we're probably going to have to add quite a bit. Going to have to get them all above like 400 if we can. Okay. Now we have a bit of points left. Wonder if we should just say screw it to Tebow and just let him fly free. Yeah, we're gonna give it. We'll let Tebow go. You know what? If he would have auto committed to us week 1, I would have took him. But it might be kind of cool to see him play somewhere else. Maybe we'll play him in some natties or something. Okay, this 4-star, he's actually pretty good. We're gonna up him. Add these two linebackers at the back. Okay, there we go. So our big boys we're going after are these 4 plus DeMarco and this tight end. And then we got some like filler guys, not filler, but good other guys we're trying to add in as well. Plus we already locked down Percy Harvin. Okay, first game of the year, we got A&M. They're a 95 overall. This honestly is not an easy game. We got Oregon State next, Oklahoma, Oregon, Utah. Holy dude, our start of our schedule is crazy. Do we even play Notre Dame? Yeah, we do. Okay, we just gotta hope and pray a little bit here that we can last. 45-21. We're on a 29 game winning streak, but you know what's crazy, guys? In my Miami one I just did, I restarted 0-1 Miami, played 16 seasons. I think I went on a 78 game win streak or something like that. It was actually crazy. So more than double what we're on right now. Be ranked number 1. Cool. Okay, we got Oregon State. This is not going to be an easy game. Week 2 is a good team. They're 90 overall. We are not getting easy games to start this year. We got to try to take them down at Oregon State. Oh my God, a 7-point win. They put 45 up on our defense. Boys, I don't know if we're going to get through this. This feels like a tall ask for this team. Like, we're good, we're loaded, but to get this done is going to be pretty incredible. Okay, we got number 20 Oklahoma, 97 overall, 11 Oregon. This seems like the hardest part of our schedule is like right at the start. Like, look at our 5 first games plus Notre Dame. We already watched, so maybe we'll watch some of this game. This will be our 1 regular season game we'll watch this year, because we already watched quite a bit of Oregon, and we watched Utah the first 2 years, and Oregon the first 2 years. They're really only, other than Natty's, the only games we've watched. So I'm going to go through this pretty quick, but we'll check some of it out. So we have the number 1 offense, 48 points a game. Our defense has not been great so far, though. Their defense hasn't been great either. Their defense has been pretty good, or their offense has been good, though. Our guard is the only injury for either side. Okay, just gonna sim through the first quarter here. We go down and get 3. They go down and get 7. And they stop us. Okay, both teams just kind of get stopped there. Bird, 10 yards for Reggie, 4 yards, 7 yards for Reggie. 3rd and 3. Okay, let's see what Leinart's got on 3rd and 3. Senior quarterback Matt Leinart trying to cap off his starting 3-year run there. A little screen drag underneath to Ncaa Lemon for the touchdown, and we go up 10-7. 10 of 12 for 111 yards for Mr. Leinart. Okay, let's see what they can do. They're going right down, and they miss a field goal. Okay, we got a big 3rd and 7 here. Big 3rd and 7. Leinart and shotgun with Reggie. Got Big Mike on the outside. What do we got, Leinart? The lefty drops back. They got a corner blitz. We're going to check it down right there. And we pick up a big first down into Dominique Bird. Okay, we're going to hurry up here. Trying to put a bit of a stranglehold on this game against OU. Trips to the top. Reggie's beside Matt. Gonna hand it off. No, fake handoff. And then go over the middle. Nice completion there. Our man Leinart is wheeling and dealing so far. Okay, we got a pistol look here. Trips to the top. Drops back. Plenty of time. Yeah, we don't really want you to tuck it, run it, Matt. That's not really your game. We want you to sling it. Let it rip. Okay, 2nd and 15. We got a 3rd and 1. 4th and 2. Probably gonna field goal. No good. Okay, so both teams miss field goals. And they punt. Lendale White return. 3rd and 2, 2nd and 13, 3rd and 8 at about the 10-yard line. I would love to go up 17-7 at half. That would be big against this really, solid OU team. First year in the Pac-14 now. Bringing a blitz, and we beat the blitz. Leinart. They brought that safety down, creep him in the box. Leinart hits Steve Smith right in behind them for the huge score. That is massive. Let's go. Okay, they're trying to answer back at the end of the half here. 1st and 10. 1st and goal from the 1, and they score. That is a huge answer drive for OU. Yeah, and they get the ball after half, so they can go down and actually take a lead right here. 1st and 10, 2nd and 10, 3rd and 13. What can our defense do here? We have not been a great defense so far this year, honestly. Pretty below standard. We play good teams, but okay. Check down. Nice knockdown for Jalen Smith underneath. Jackson Arnold's playing really well for them. We're going to hold him to field goal, and they miss another one. Okay. Reggie, 8 yards. And we hit a 53-yard touchdown run by Reggie Bush. We are now up 10. They've missed 2 kind of almost chip shot type field goals. They hit for 31s there, 7-yard rush, 3rd and goal. Okay, we got a 3rd and goal right here from about the 4-yard line. Can the defense hold them here? Trips to the top, running back split to the right. Gonna hand it off, no read option. Get downhill. Oh, that's a great run by Arnold. Powers his way in there. That's a really good job by the OU quarterback. And yeah, I mean, it's a 3-point game. OU is hanging around. Reggie is killing it on the ground. 3rd and 4, hit him for 11, 9-yard rush. 3rd and 1. Let's see what we got here, Mr. Leinart. Up 3, 3rd and 1, 3rd quarter, ranked team at home. We got to get it done. Quick handoff to Reggie. He's going to get to the outside just like that. Pick up about 6 yards on the play. That is all we need right there for Reggie Bush. He's at 150 yards. He's trying to become the first 3-time Heisman winner in college football history. Only been done one other time with 2 with Archie Griffin for the Ohio State Buckeyes in the 70s. So, I mean, yeah, Reggie's trying to put together even more of a legendary career than he did in real life. So we're continuing to go hurry up here, and we're really letting Reggie tote this rock on OU. We got a big, powerful O-line. We drop him there. Don't love that decision by Reggie there. I'd like to see him cut that upfield, but it is 3rd and 2. We'll super sim one play. 4-yard rush by Lenda, and we score the next play. Big Mike for 14 yards. He had 20 touchdowns receptions last year, and he's picking up right where he left off. They're trying to run the ball here. Their offense is not going away, and it's 4th and 6. Are they going to go for this? They are. We'll watch this play. So 4th and 6. This is about the game. If we stop them here, it's probably over. They need a touchdown on this drive. They're going empty with Arnold. Arnold's been really good this whole game. He's going to check it down. I think he was just out before. Was that a first down? It was. Wow. I thought he stepped out. 40-yard hit down to the 1, and they score. It is a 3-point game again. 5 minutes left. Matt Leinart throwaway. All of a sudden, we got 3rd and 9 for the Trojans. We are answering with an empty set here for Leinart. 4:45 left, 3rd and 9. Can we convert? Up, strike over the middle. We take a big hit, Kyron Hudson, but he holds on. Leinart gripped it and ripped it there and fired that in. That was a wicked throw. Okay, we got Steve Smith coming across the formation. They're going to hand it off to him. Get outside. Nah, not quite able to hit the edge there. Now, 2nd and 11. Still running hurry up here. We need about 5 or 6 right here. Empty, trips to the top. Leinart drops back, fires over the middle. Nice, great completion. Leinart's been almost perfect today. Really spreading it around, hitting all his guys. 25 of 31, 282 and 3 touchdowns. Still in this hurry up empty. Leinart drops back, fires it underneath. Nice gain. Okay, still going empty. Sometimes it gets ridiculous how many times I'll go, or not empty, hurry up here. Let's see what we got. We don't have Reggie Bush on the field, which I don't love. Don't do a handoff to Steve here. Oh God, he looked kind of tired there, and he's barely getting around the edge. And it's all of a sudden 3rd and 9 from the 40. Can we not do hurry up? Can we huddle up? Okay, we are gonna huddle up. I'm gonna do one play. Oh, dropped by Relique. We might have to take over here, boys. I don't do it often, but you know I'll do it every once in a while when it's needed. And I feel like we need it. We're gonna go 4 verts here. One of the best plays in all of football. One of the best concepts. We have a tight end playing. We might have a tight end playing center here. Okay, let's see what we got. Okay. Oh, we got X right there. Boom. Kyron Hudson again. There we go. That is a huge 4th down. We got aggressive there. They played man coverage. And we hit Leon for a 14-yard touchdown. And that should do it here. Oh my goodness. We cannot stop their offense though. And they score right there. 3 minutes left. And we got the onside kick. -3 yards, 5 yards. It is 3rd and 8. Oh my goodness. Are we going to run this ball? They're down 3. Like, we can't stop their offense. So we almost need to convert this. We're going to hand it off to Reggie, and he's going to be 4th and 3. OU uses their last time out. We're going for it. I risk it. I'm trying to win this. We got Jackson in the slot, uncovered on his little option route. No, we're going to go backside slant right there to Lemon. He drops it. He gets it as he freaking caught it. Oh no, it was right in his hands. Uh-oh. 20 yards, 13 yards. They just hit a touchdown. Oh my goodness. Okay. Leinart 8 yards. Leinart 13. 32 seconds left. We are stuck 4 to OU. We just brought them into the conference. Snap the ball. Come on, Leinart. Make a play. Big strike. Get out of bounds. We have 20 seconds, a touchdown, or we lose. We still have a timeout. We need 40.5 yards. We're going under center here. Not sure I love that, but let's see. Leinart drops back. Time gets it out there. We do get the first down, so the sticks are going to move. Dominique Byrd. Man, this is tough. Motion. No, come on. Snap the ball. Come on, Matt. Push it. Push it. Push it. Dominique. Call a timeout. There's 6 seconds. They're not going to call a timeout. The clock management in this game is literally insane. Oh, no. 5, 4. This is the play of the game. Last play. Got to go end zone. He's going to go short. That's it. Oh, our 29-game win streak is over. Or more than that. But yeah, we lose. OU beats us. I got a little aggressive on that 4th down. We had to punt it though, and we couldn't really stop their offense. So if we just get a first down there, the game is over. And yeah, no, our defense just has not been good enough this year. And that is probably going to put us out of the national title hunt. Maybe we can backdoor our way in with a loss. But yeah, Leinart was great. You know, Reggie was great. The defense just wasn't good. Freaking passing it everywhere. Big Mike, 100 yards. Defense was nowhere to be found. And yeah, that's tough. That is tough for the Trojans. This is going to be our probably best team for a while with Leinart as a senior. But now we got to play Oregon, Utah the next 2 weeks. Like there's an easy shot we lose another one of those two. So we're going to probably drop down to like the 15th team in the nation. I wanted to make it harder. I brought in Oklahoma and Texas into the pack, and it made it harder. Oh, we dropped down to number 8. So they're still respecting how good we are. But okay, we got to beat Oregon here. Number 11. Okay, Utah lost. They're no longer ranked, but we got to beat Oregon. It's close, but we do get it done. Now we got to really hope there's max 1 unbeaten team. Hopefully no one's unbeaten, and then we have a really good shot. If there's only 1 unbeaten team, if we're the best 1-loss team, I mean, we can still get in. Okay, next week we got Utah, 4-1. Not an easy team, 91 overall. Been our toughest game the last 2 years. Then we got Notre Dame in a few weeks. Then we get a bit of a break-ish in the middle of the season. I mean, we got Notre Dame, then we got LSU, UCLA, so... yeah, and week 9's our big one this year, guys, with all our recruits visiting. Okay, at Utah, 10-point win. We are not even like winning by big margins right now. It just feels like this is the toughest year, at least as far as every team is just good this year. Last year just didn't feel like there's that many really great teams, and we were just kind of a cut above. This year, it feels like it's going to be a dogfight for us to try to win this thing. Okay, we got CU, good team, but we should win. Notre Dame. Okay, we win this. Notre Dame's number 6 in the country right now. This would be a big win. You know, we'll be 5-1 after this. If we can beat a top 10 team in Notre Dame, that OU game can kind of feel like a blip on the radar, but like we got to go on the road to Notre Dame and try to get one South Bend and try to get it. Oh, okay, we get DeMarco Murray right there, and we get a guard. So that's 2 nice recruits we just signed before their visits or anything. Okay, this game is huge. We lose another game, we are totally out of title contention. We're at number 7, so like we're right in it. I want to look at the top 25. How many undefeateds? We got OU. We got Notre Dame. We got Penn State, Ohio State, but those guys play each other for sure. We could knock off Notre Dame right here. Florida and Georgia probably play each other. They do. So we are gonna have undefeated teams losing here. We just got to do work. We got to beat Notre Dame right here, right now, on the road, and we get it done. We're not blowing teams out, but we're staying in it. That is a top 5 team on the road we knock off. Okay, ASU, this is our big visit game. So obviously we want to win and hopefully get a few of our big time recruits to sign on the dotted line. I want Sherman and McCoy. I think we have a good shot at getting both these 2 guys right here, right now. Let's see. But we win. I didn't even react to that because I'm so focused on the recruits. Because I mean, ASU, we got to win that at home. 2-3. We get McCoy, we get Sherm, we get, oh yeah, look at that. Okay. We get some big time, and the 2 I wanted bad. Now, Trent Williams is my number 1 player I want. If we can get Trent, we are set up for success. We're going full on, yeah, Taylor Mays and Trent. There are 1-2 that we want. Thibodeau would be nice. Ryan Ross, looks like we'll get him, but he would be nice. Same with this Corey Salas. Now we're going to kind of go through here and see some of these other guys. 4-star DN, we'll go after you. Athlete, I mean, we might be able to get in on this guy. Big athlete. Schedule a visit. We'll go week 13. Okay, we got Arizona. We're actually, yeah, we'll sim one more game and then we'll look. So we got North Texas, LSU, UCLA. At Arizona, 45-13. That OU game. Sticking with us here. No redos. You lose that one and you need help. And we are going to need some teams to hold L's. And we got to be just a 1-loss team that looks best on paper. Okay, so let's look at the top 25. Okay, so Florida and Georgia play each other this week. And whoa. What is going on here? Weird looking polls. So Florida plays Georgia No, they just played Georgia and won. So that's why Georgia dropped out. Oklahoma is still undefeated. They play Utah. Will they get in? They might automatically get in. We might have already missed out on the Pac-12 Championship, actually, because there's conferences. We might be kind of screwed. We really need them to lose, though, coming up here. Who does Florida play? Nothing crazy. Kansas State. They actually could lose, but yeah, we might be in trouble because I don't even think we can win the Pac-12 unless, because they have the tiebreaker over us. So we need Oklahoma to win 2 games coming up here, which I don't know. That doesn't seem super likely. Okay, if we look at stats, Leinert's second in the country in passing. Reggie's 14th in rushing. Big Mike's, oh my God, look at Harvey at Mississippi State. Absolutely crazy, 1,400 yards. Foreman there for tackles, sacks, Foreman. INT's Ross. So if we look, Leinert, 187 rating, 34 touchdowns, 2 picks. Been really good. Rushing, 967 and 801. 107 a game, 89 a game. Receiving, Big Mike, Steve Smith, Lemon, Bird. Bush has 231, so not quite doing it through the air. I don't think Bush is going to win the Heisman this year. Tackles, assisted, TFLs, there we go. Sacks, INTs, that's where we're sitting. Let's go look at our team stats. Our defense just has not. We have played really a tough schedule. We have the number 1 total offense, number 1 scoring, but I think our defense is like we're gonna be nowhere close. We're like in the 50s probably. Yeah, we're just not a great defense right now. So yeah, we're like very middle of the pack. So that's kind of could be our, we're losing that Oklahoma game and how they're playing right now, and then our defense just not being up to task. Okay, we got North Texas. That should be a blowout. It is 56-20. This Oklahoma stuff is just hurting us. Just the fact we have no chance of even going to the Pac-12 title game. I want to look and see if they lost. They're still undefeated. They play Utah this week. We really need them to lose to Utah, but they have the tiebreaker, so I don't think it'll matter over us, right? Like they beat us head to head. We both have 1 conference loss. They'll get in. Okay, we got LSU. Just talented, but we win by 11. Not blowing teams out. I'm just disappointed. We're not even, feel like we're not going to really have a shot, Our best chance, honestly, is we don't make the title game. Oklahoma makes it and loses, and now we have 1 loss and we sneak in over them. Maybe. Okay, bye week. Hopefully Oklahoma lost to Utah. I want to go check that. Okay, UCLA. Actually, I want to see. I feel like Oklahoma did not lose because, yeah, no, they're the number 1 team in the country. Kansas State. We need Kansas State to lose because they don't have a title game in Big 12. UCLA, we win, but I just don't think we really need Oklahoma to lose in the Pac-12 Championship, and then we could maybe backdoor it, playing 1 less game. That's really our only shot right now, I think. Otherwise, we'll probably be in the Rose Bowl. We got Gaddis commit. Oh, someone committed to Michigan. I don't think it was one of the big guys. So this is the last week of recruiting. Trent Taylor still alive. Thibodeau. Oh my God, we're 11,000 points up. Salas, we fell behind. McIntosh, Era. Nice if some of these guys committed, but we're going to get this Thibodeau for sure. I'm probably going to just, if Taylor and Trent are there, I'm basically just going to give it all to them, though. Okay, let's advance week. Let's see what this conference championship is looking like. Oh, we do get that Thibodeau, but he was the one we were basically going to get no matter what. So we definitely did not make the conference championship. So, yeah, it's going to be Oregon, Oklahoma. If Oklahoma wins, they are in. But if they lose, but Georgia passed us and they have 1 loss. But they're not in their conference championship game either. Bama's versus Florida. Yeah, we need Oregon to lose. If Oregon loses, we honestly have a good shot of making it. If they don't, I don't think we will. Let's see. Oregon beat Oklahoma. Who would have thought? I bring Oklahoma in, they beat us, and they go undefeated, the only team in the country. They weren't even that good. Like, they were, good, but let's see. Don't win the Heisman. Now, we're in the Sugar Bowl. So that means Oklahoma definitely won, but we finished 4th, so we weren't really even in the running, honestly. Oklahoma lost. Oregon jumped us But it's going to be Georgia, Alabama? Georgia, Alabama. Wow. Could you imagine the outrage if they just put, I mean, they're both one, everyone had one loss. So it's kind of the perfect storm for us, but they didn't like us as much as Georgia and Bama. Not making that conference championship really hurt us. Playing one less game really hurts. So that's going to do it. I mean, we're not going to go three-peat to start the challenge. That's okay. It does kind of suck because this is it for Leinart. You know, this was him and Big Mike. This is their last year. I only care about natties and conference championships. I don't care about bowl games. I mean, I want to win. I want as good of a record as we can get, but we do win. So that is going to make us 12-1 dub in dub in Sugar Bowl. Okay, so we got one loss over 3 years. So we basically did the same thing that the real life Trojans did. They went natty loss. They just made 3. We only made 2. Matt Leinart, most career passing touchdowns. Big Mike, most career passing receiving touchdowns. Won the Sugar Bowl. Okay, let's look at the final stats. Leinart, 3,600 yards. Let's even look at his 3 years. 35, 42, then 3,600. 30, 48, 45 touchdowns. Great career. 2-time national champion. We got Reggie and Lendale back next year for our 1-2 punch. Like, just going to be absolutely nasty for us. We do lose Big Mike, who was our best receiver for sure over these 3 years. He was an absolute beast. We got Steve Smith, who will be our number 1 next year. Going to be a totally different player. More of a, make you miss possession type, but we're going to have Deshaun Jackson and possibly Percy Harvin stepping into the fold. Like, Percy will be on the team. I don't know if he'll play next year, but we got assisted TFLs here, QB sacks. We honestly don't lose a ton of guys still. We lose Lofa. We lose, here's just where everyone sat. That Harvey had almost 2,000 receiving yards at Mississippi State. Yeah, so that's kind of where we sit here. Yeah, we're just going to advance now. Going to do our off-season, see where we sit. I think we're not going to have as good of a QB. But as far as just talent, that's what I wanted to check All-Americans, but that's fine. So yeah, we're 40-1 over 3 years. You really can't be too mad at it. You can't be mad, or I can't be mad that we didn't win, three to start, but it would have been cool. But I mean, we're 2 of 3. I ain't mad at it. Yeah, let's look at players leaving. Trying to declare Sam Baker. You are not leaving, bruh. Yeah, you're staying. Lemon, I don't care as much about you, but there we go. So let's kind of look at who we are leaving here. So we lose Big Mike, we lose Leinart, we lose Tutupu. 399s. Patterson, Matua, guard, Dominic Bird, who's a good player for us, Winston Justice. So we did lose some players. I'm not saying we didn't. We lost our corners, but I think we're going to be really good next year still. We're getting the center wanted to come in a freshman. Okay, sure. Cool. 78 overall. I'll take you. You can come aboard. Okay, so recruiting, we are going all in. We're just going 7,500 a piece again. I'm not screwing around. Even 7,500. I mean, we should, but we might not get both. I don't know. How many is Georgia going to spend on Trent frickin' Williams, Hall of Fame left tackle? I mean, they don't know he's a Hall of Fame left tackle, but he's legit a top 10, possibly top 5 left tackle of all time in football history. So, and then Taylor Mays, I mean, absolute freak show at safety. Is Ohio State gonna really go crazy with it? Maybe, but I mean, he's a Trojan. Let's bring him home. He's a real life Trojan, absolute freak of nature at safety. One of the scariest safeties of all time in college football. You go look up his highlights, he was absolutely blowing up fools. He didn't know where he was going on the field, but when he got there, he was huge and he ran fast. I would have liked to get this Salas, would have liked this McIntosh. We still might get this Minor. That's the one we might get. But I'm not going to hold out hope, but either way. Okay, National Signing Day. We better get both. We'll see. We get both, and we get Ira Minor, who is a 5-star wide receiver. So we do get the number 1 class, probably by quite a significant margin. 6 5 stars, 11 4 stars. So we are kind of cleaning up right now. We're kind of lapping people in the recruiting game since year one. We're putting in work, if I'm being honest. Putting in work. Really kind of crazy. We got Percy Trent, DeMarco Murray, Richard Sherman, Gerald McCoy, and Taylor Mays. And then, you know, a bunch of just other good players. So, yeah, that's one of my better recruiting classes I've ever gotten, honestly. And I didn't think it was going to be quite as good this year, but we made it happen. Okay, let's go look at where some of the other top players went. LaShawn went to University of Ohio. Kenny Britt went to Ohio State. Brandon Graham went to Michigan. Jake Locker went to Bama. That's a big get for Bama. Tebow went to Clemson. That's a big get for them. Stafford went to Houston. Beanie Wells went to Ohio State. CJ Spiller went to Bama. So Bama gets Locker and Spiller. That's nice. We get Big Trent. Crabtree went to Arkansas. Vontae David went to Nebraska. Sergio Kindle, A&M. Brandon Spikes, Ole Miss. Andre Smith, UCF. Jeff Otah, Georgia, big tackle. Taylor Mays, we got Myron Roll went to Syracuse. Geno Atkins went to Florida. Yeah, that's a lot of the big guys there. So, yeah, I mean, we have #1 class with a bullet. Okay, position changes. I don't think we really had many athletes. Yeah, we didn't get any. So I'm just going to go through. I doubt it'll be anything nuts, though. Okay, yeah, nothing too crazy for position changes. All right, so we're just at the start of the 06 season. Just going to quickly look at our roster, and then I'm going to make the next recruiting class. Okay, so we're good. I don't think we're quite as good as last year, just even looking at that screen. We got John David Booty and Mark Sanchez, but honestly, I think I'm going to start Mark. They're going to be very similar players. But I'm down to grow with Mark and let him even be a 4-year starter for us. He's just going to have a higher upside. Let Booty be a backup. Running back, we got Lendale and Reggie. I mean, this is Reggie's last year. We got Lendale for another year. And then we got a young DeMarco Murray in the wings. So we're good there. Receiver, we got Steve Smith as a senior. We got this Makai Lemon. We got young Deshaun Jackson. I don't want him number 81, though. We're going to make you number 7. That fits. Yeah, Deshaun, that's wild. He's going to be our 3rd receiver this year. We got young Percy Harvin in the wings. The fact we are going to have Percy Harvin and Deshaun Jackson on the field at the same time is going to be absolutely insane. We'll make them number 7 and number 9. That is sick. Tight end, we got Leons for 2 years. And then we got this Frank Harvey who's going to come in. We just picked him up. He's going to be nice for us. Got Sam Baker for 1 year. Then we're going to have Trent Williams as a 3, probably 4 year. I'll probably redshirt him this year. 4-year starter at left tackle. Miller, Jones in behind him looks really good. Khalil, we have this David Glover who transferred over. He's going to sit for a year and then start next year, and he's going to be really good. Jovan Van, you remember we got him last year, 86 overall, going to be starting as a freshman, 6'7". Yeah, that's sweet. And then Chaz Morris, another guy who we got last year as a freshman, going to be starting as well. So young, but growing on the O-line. Young at defensive end, very young. But we have a lot of talent, especially with Benson and Whitworth. That 5-star we got last year, they're really going to be holding it down on the edges. Then our interior D-line is super young. But we have freaking Gerald McCoy and Ndamukong Suh, both top 5 picks in the NFL draft. Borderline like Hall of Fame type defensive linemen in the NFL. Crazy. We got Shelby 94. We got Dan Connor finally going to step in for Lofa Tatupu, going to start for us for 3 years. And then we got Curtis, and we got some other young guys coming up as well with for them. At corner, we got Sherman is actually going to start for us this year as a freshman, along with Holly a sophomore. For Ross, we need to get even more. We got to get more corners in though. Free safety, we got Branch as a senior. Then we're going to have Taylor Mays, his backup, and another guy there. We're going to have Bing this year at strong safety, his last year, and then we got some other. We have lots of good young safeties coming up. So once again, I don't know if we're quite as good as last year, especially with our QB situation. But I think it's going to work out. 6, I think 6, and yeah, Sanchez was 6 at USC. So I'm going to make the next recruiting class, and we'll get right into it. All right, so here we are at the start of the 06 season. Just did the 07 recruiting class. Yeah, we're going to hop into it right now. We just looked at the roster before I made the recruiting class. We were good to go. This is a very good recruiting class overall. Kind of got players at almost every position that we we could go after, just really some superstars throughout. So I'm excited for this one. So at QBs, we got 4, and they are some good ones. First is Tyrod Taylor. He went to Vautech. Then we got Kellen Moore, who obviously was at Boise State for their really good run. Then we have Russell Wilson, who we're actually first on his list, and we have Cam Newton, and we are first on his as well. I mean, we're going to go after both, add them to our list, and if one of them auto commits, we'll take them. If not, I mean, I would still probably go after Cam. Cam would be fun. If we go to running back, I don't think I have any custom ones. Plus, we just got DeMarco Murray last year, so we really don't need one. I'm just going to kind of let it rock with running back for a year. Go down to wide receiver. We only have 2, but they are pretty good. First is Dez Bryant. We are not on his list. He would have been a fun one to add. The other is Golden Tate. Obviously went to Notre Dame. Notre Dame is first on his list right now. But we do have 2 other 5-stars who are second and first on. And a 4-star. Yeah, we'll add all those 4-stars. I always like to have a really good, big, stable wide receivers. So, okay, and then with tight ends, we have 2 wicked ones. And we are first on Rob Gronkowski. He went to Arizona in real life. We are first on his list. And the other one is Aaron Hernandez. He's looking at Penn State, Ohio State, Clemson. But wow, if we got Gronk, that would be absolutely sick. I'm shocked we're first on his list from New York, like New York State. And yeah, okay, that would be dirty. If we go to offensive tackles, I believe we only have 1. It's Brian Beluga. We are not on his list. We got Scott and Young. Obviously, we know we're going to be going after linemen pretty heavy. We'll just go after those 2 tackles, 2 first, both like good, high, really ranked 4-stars. If we go to guards, we got Marquise Pouncey, one of the Pouncey twins. This is Mike. Then we have the other Pouncey, and we're actually second for Marquise, who's the center, and then the other center is Steven Wisniewski, who we are actually first on his. So we're looking like we're really good on the O-line possibly. So we're going to go after all those 3. Then if we go D-line, we have some killers. We got J.J. Watt, who went to University of Wisconsin, Carlos Dunlap, who went to Florida, Justin Houston, who went to Georgia, Von Miller, who went to Texas A&M. I would have loved Von. I might add Von and see if we can sneak in. Then we also have Everson Griffin, who actually did go to USC. He's from Arizona. We're going to add him. And Cam Hayward, who went to, did he go to Notre Dame? I think Cam Hayward, but he plays for the Steelers. Really good player. We'll add him as well. So we're going to go after those 3. We also have a 4-star here we'll go after. Starting to fill up pretty quick here, so I got to be careful. Go down to D tackles. I think we only have 1. It is Marvin Austin. Not on his list. We have gotten Gerald McCoy and Ndamukong Suh over the last 2 years, so don't really need to go heavy at D tackle. I don't think we have any outside or middle linebackers, but we have a couple 4-stars there. We're first. Yeah, we'll just add those 2. We have a ton of guys we are first on, so I'm just kind of going after the first and hopefully we get some auto commits. No middles, but we do have a 4-star who we're first there. We'll just go after him. We have 10 spots left for DBs and athletes. Corners, we got Joe Hayden is the only cornerback. We're 4th on his list. I will add him even though, we're not super high, but we're actually right in the running for him. We also got a 1st here, a 2nd. Yeah, we'll just stop there. Definitely some good players. And we have some really nice safeties in this group. We got Earl Thomas, Harrison Smith, and Eric Berry. 3 NFL all-pro safeties. We're first on Berry. We're second on Earl. Obviously going to add both those guys and probably just go after those 2, honestly. And then we'll check strong safeties. No custom created guys, but we got a 4-star there who were first. Probably just cut it off there. And now we will check athletes. Wow. We're not really killing it with the athletes here. We'll do those guys. We are in the running for some absolute beasts. So we could have another really sick recruiting class right here. Okay, we're going to go into our red shirts here for our 4th season. QBs, we'll just let it rock. We're going to do DeMarco Murray by a year. This is going to be our last year with Reggie Bush, but we'll still have Lendale White the next year, and then we'll have DeMarco Murray. So we're pretty set at running back. We're going to have Steve Smith as a senior. Deshaun Jackson's going to be our third receiver playing in the slot. We're going to redshirt Percy, give him a year, and this Minor, who's a big 5-star. Tight end, we'll do this Harvey here. Let the kind of older guys play here. We're going to buy a year with Trent Williams and this Hemphill. This Glover, he's going to be redshirting for a year. We can buy one with Johnny Merriman. There we go. Yeah, I really like the way our O-line's coming along. D-end, we are very young right now. We don't really have superstars. Even D-line, overall our D-line is very young, but by next year they're going to be kind of scary good. But having Ndamukong Suh and Gerald McCoy beside each other is wild. Really nice linebacking core this year, and like kind of a good mix between young and old. I like that. Should we redshirt Sherm? Yeah, because we're gonna have a senior. We don't really need Sherm. He could play nickel, but yeah, let's redshirt Sherm, and by the end of it, he's gonna be nasty. We can do the same with Taylor Mays, and we'll leave this Brad Thibodeau. Okay, so that is where we're sitting. We look like a really good team, not overwhelming. Okay, let's look at our schedule. A+ schedule. Oh my goodness. A&M, Oregon, Oklahoma, Utah at the start of the year again, and end it with Notre Dame. I'm making Texas A&M at home. I don't care. Look at the start of our schedule. I don't know if I've seen an A+. Maybe some of the years I was with Bama. Right now, there's just not really... Like there's good teams like Oregon and Oklahoma now, Utah, Texas in the pack, but there's also just not really any bad teams. Wow, this challenge is going to be tough, boys. Okay, let's start this season. Okay, gonna look quickly at the preseason polls. We are starting at number 2. Look at all the A+ teams. Us, Georgia, Bama, OU, Penn State, Ohio State, Florida, Oregon's a 95, Notre Dame, who we play, A&M, who we play, Texas, Utah, who we play, UW, we don't play, but they're in the pack. Holy, Auburn's a 99 overall, Miami's a 99, or 97, Clemson. This is the most stacked year I've ever seen. South Carolina, my goodness. Let's look at the Heisman watch. Reggie's in second behind Keith Adams, running back at Clemson. A lot of running backs here getting love. AP at Notre Dame. Okay, now I want to look at some of these rosters and just see who. So if we look, we got like 4 or 5 99s, end off at like a 94 if you just kind of look at the top. Bama looks really good. They're ending at a 94. They got Adrian Peterson, another good. Max Unger at center. They've been getting some good recruits, I think. Arakpo, Derek Harvey at ends together. Yeah, they look, they are deep. They got good junior quarterback. Yeah, they got 2 good juniors who are going to be there for a while. And then they got a young Jake Locker. So Bama ain't going away right now, that's for sure. Auburn was a 99. They got a good kicker. They look good, but I mean, yeah, they're super deep. Not going to be easy. Clemson. Harris Sewell, they got Chad Henne. They look good. They were a 99. Bama looks better. Out of any team so far, Bama looks the best. Florida, I think, was a 99. They got Calvin. Good tight end and a few safeties, a corner. Not really any like real guys except Calvin, but they got a 88 overall sophomore. Like he's going to get better as he goes. So, yeah. I mean, they're going to do some damage. Florida State hasn't really been doing much. Georgia, okay. Bama actually looked better than Georgia, which I'm a little surprised at. Marvin Jones, yeah, like really not getting a lot of, like they're deep. They got a lot of talent, obviously. They are ranked number 1 in the country right now, but honestly, on paper, I would take Bama over them. Going down. LSU is supposed to be really good next year. I don't know. They got junior quarterback for next year. I don't know. I do think they had a really good recruiting class a few years ago, but I don't know. They don't look that scary to me. Miami was a 99. AJ Allen, Fletcher, Leak. I don't know. They look good. They look good. Be them or Clemson probably out of the ACC. Michigan looks good. Early Doucette. Ray Rice. They look good, but I feel like Ohio State's probably going to look better than them. We also got Notre Dame, who we play later in the year. Good running back and a couple of good QBs. Center, left guard. Yeah, I mean, they're very deep. Not superstars to me, but very deep. Ohio State looks very good. Mike Hall in this middle. Ted Ginn Jr., their new number 1 wideout. Evan Pryor looks really good. Kyle McCord is a senior. And then they have Devin Brown for next year. Corner, Dwayne Jarrett, this Ballard guy. Yeah, like they're very deep. I'd say them or Bama, other than us, look like they have the best roster that we've looked at. OU, who beat us last year. They got Calais Campbell on the inside, who they just beat out for us. They have this Arnold going into his senior year, who was unreal when we played them last year. Yeah, I mean, they're going to be right there. Like, they're a tough team. We have more talent, but they have a ton themselves. Oregon, who we play early in the year, once again looks really good. Not as good as us, but like we just gotta come out and play these teams every freaking week. So it's just not gonna be easy. Oregon State looks good. They got a good junior quarterback. Penn State looks pretty good. Texas, they got Baxter, Hill, Keith Rivers at linebacker. They look pretty good. Not, you know, like another really good deep team. Maybe not the most just star power. They got Malik Murphy, who's going to be a good player for them this year, but yeah, we'll see. A&M, who we play first game of the year, looks pretty freaking good themselves. Not a ton of our guys. They got a 92 junior quarterback. I guess Chase Daniels in behind them. They also have McCoy, and okay, so Chase actually got better than Colt McCoy. So McCoy actually might be backing up Chase for this whole sim. But yeah, they're going to be good. They're going to be a tough first game. Then we got UCLA at the end of the year. Once again, good team. And I wanted to look at South Carolina. Oh, or actually Washington. They got this Sam Heward, senior quarterback. Yeah, they don't look quite as good as they have the last few years. This Adam Scott, only a sophomore. He's going to develop, but UW definitely can make some noise. Yeah, it's kind of where we're sitting, guys. I do think we have the best team, but we just have a murderer's row at the start of the year. Like, to get through all these games without, having a hiccup is going to be tough. Okay, now we're going to do the offer scholarship thing and just see if we get any auto commits. So we go to Cam, no. Russ, no. John Wayne, no. Okay, so we get a 5-star wide receiver right away and another 4-star wide receiver. So I'm not really going to go after any of these other wideouts. Oh my God, we got 3 auto commit wide receivers. Give me Gronk. That's what I would have really liked. So yeah, we're definitely not going to be recruiting any more wide receivers. Pouncey, no. Wisniewski. Sanders, definitely won't be getting Vaughn. Everson, nope. Cam Hayward, yes, okay. We get big. He's only a 4-star, but he's a 5-star defensive end. That's a nice auto commit. Going down. Smith, okay, we got a 4-star middle linebacker. So we got some good auto commits here. How about Eric Berry? Oh, that would have been nice, but to no avail. Last one. Okay, so really nice auto commits right there. I'm just gonna divvy out my points and then we'll see where we're at. Okay, so this is what we're looking like right now. We got Gronk and Vaughn are my number ones, especially Vaughn right now. I feel like I got to give 700 to start here just because, we're 660 behind. He's kind of my guy we probably won't get, but I'm really going to go for. Then we got Earl Thomas and Eric Berry. We're going to go hard at both. We're going to go pretty hard at Cam Newton just because I think we could go literally from Mark Sanchez to Cam. That'd be sick. Everson Griffin going to go hard. Then we have 3 offensive linemen, Wisniewski, Pouncey, and this Donald Young. And then I also have Joe Hayden. We're also going to get another 1,700 points back after week 1 that I can add some more too. So we're going to advance here through week 1 and then we're going to have A&M. So we'll see, maybe the computer, Alabama or someone will get some auto commits here as well that we might lose some guys. So we'll see. Von Miller. So we got an auto commit, Von Miller to Texas. So we got A&M week 1. They're a really good team. I think they're like a 97 overall. So we are going to advance this week and we got to get a W at A&M. Oh, a 7-point win. I thought I switched it to a home game, but it must not have saved when I did that. Wow. This start of our schedule. Now we got Oregon, then Oklahoma. Okay, we're at Oregon and then OU. Yeah, then Utah. Then we got a bit of the middle of our schedule isn't actually insane. But this start, okay, we got Oregon. We're not going to watch this. I think we're going to watch the OU game again. At Oregon, oh my gosh, a 5-point win. So we've won by a combined 12 points in our first 2 games. We played great teams, top 10 teams. top 5 teams 3 weeks in a row to start. So that's tough. Okay, so we got the number 1 versus number 2 team in the country. The ball 99s across the board. This is the team that beat us last year and kept us out of the national title for the 3rd year in a row. I mean, and now we're on the road. We beat them at home, so we gotta win this one. This is a must win. Yeah. We haven't not even played. I mean, I don't know. It's tough to say we haven't played great. Like, if you look at our numbers, they're not great, but we've played 2 top 10, top 15 teams. Their running back is hurt, which is big. Our center is hurt. Okay, so we are in the rain in Norman, Oklahoma. 1-2 in the country. Time to get it done. Oh my goodness. Okay, we're going to sim through the first quarter. We go 3 and out. They go 3 and out. We go down and score. We stop them and score 14-0. That's what I like to see. They're driving here 1st and 10. Okay, they score now. We need to go answer right back. 6-yard rush Bush. Lemon for 9. 6 yards Bush. 6 yards Bush. Oh, -4 Bush. Okay, we got 3rd and 8 in the rain. It is pouring. Sanchez's 3rd career start. Okay, Mark, what do we got? What do we got, Mark? What do we got? What do we got? Fires it. Oh, Sanchez is a pick too. That was right there. Okay, we're going to punt it. Throw away 3rd and 6. 4th and inches. They punt it. Okay, Lendale dropped. Steve Smith for 12. 8 yards by Bush. 7 yards by Bush. Sanchez intercepted for the 2nd time today. 3rd and 4. Can we get a stop here? Sanchez, 2 picks. It is a rainy game right now, but that's too many picks. Okay, Arnold drops back. This guy's a bit of a killer. We're getting pressure in his face. Picked. Let's go. Take it the other way. Let's go. We might pick 6. No, but wow, there we go. So the rain is definitely, both teams have 2 turnovers. I think this rain is really affecting things. Malachi Crawford, we got to go punch us in. We do. Mark to Deshaun Jackson. 35-yard touchdowns. A couple of freshmen, I believe. I believe Deshaun is too. Redshirt freshman. Okay, we got him on 3rd and 10 right here. Here we go. 3rd and 10. This is massive pressure right in his face. Let's go defense. Okay, punt return. I actually didn't mean to return this, but I'm going to return one with Lendale White. Let's see what we can do here. What if I just house this with our big boy Lendale White? Oh, break a tackle. Break another tackle. He's actually not supposed to be 23. I think he was 21. So if anyone's going to comment that, I know he's 21. I forgot to switch it over. It's hard when I'm creating the guys because if someone else has the number, I have to like take it off, find it on them. But sometimes the offense and defensive player will have the number, so I have to take it off both them. Okay, so we have a chance to put a real stranglehold on the game right here. 21-7. Oh, we're in 3rd and 17. I might take over here. We don't do this often, but every once in a while, I love running 4 verts in a long down and distance like this. Let's put Reggie Bush in the slot as well. And let's see if we can make something happen here. So yeah, it's Norman ain't easy, but this looks like single high. This definitely could be cover 3 and we might be able to hit. No, it's gonna. Okay, we can hit Reggie. Oh, I was hoping Reggie would be able to rack catch and run away from the defender there. I mean, we could go for it. Let's just see what they're in, and I can always call a timeout and punt it. Well, I like the look of that. We're going for it. Screw it. Oh, no, they brought a blitz. I'm going to screw us there. Okay. My bad, Mark. That's on me, Mark. Okay, let's hold him to 3, if anything. 2nd and 10. 1st and 10. 8 yards. Okay, we do hold him to 3, so we're up 11. They get ball. Head away, 2nd and 3, 1st and 10, 2nd and 6, 3rd and 6. We've been good on 3rd down right now. We had the sack, we had the pick. So let's go get some pressure on Arnold and force another turnover or a punt. Screen pass, boom! Right into the teeth of our defense. What are they calling that? Gonna decline 4th and 4. Are they going for this? They're going for this. Okay, they are getting aggressive here. Oh, a stop here would be massive. Trips to the top. Let's see. Sending their running back out. We got pressure. Boom, another pick on 3rd down. Let's go, defense. Okay. 3 turnovers. That's Darnell Bing, the captain of our defense, our best defensive player this year. The huge interception. Okay, 4 yards, 5 yards for Bush, 4 yards for Bush, 9 yards for Bush, 8 yards for Bush, 7 yards for Bush. Deshaun Jackson for 14. Okay, we got 2nd and goal here. Let's go end this right here, right now. This would really kind of put a stranglehold on this game. Motion him over. Boom. Reggie. Okay. I mean, even a field goal puts us up 14, but a touchdown would be nice. Reggie's got 138. This is his senior year. Trying maybe to win his 3rd Heisman and his 3rd national championship. He's very tired right now. Yeah, we're going to pass. Boom. Oh, that was to Steve Smith over the middle. It is incomplete. We'll take our 3 there. We'll go up 14. I'm cool with that. Field goal, good. Yeah, we're up 14. 3rd and 1, they pick it up. 2nd and 10, 1st and 10, 2nd and 3, 1st and 10, 2nd and 11, 3rd and 11. On the edge of field goal range. Let's go get another 3rd down pick, though. We've been great on 3rd down today, so let's see what we got. Okay, Arnold, draw. Ooh, Ndamukong Kung Su eats that draw up. Let's go. Sue on the inside. Are they going for it? No, they're going field goal. Field goal, good. So up 11 again. 9-yard rush. Throwaway, 4-yard rush Bush, Leon for 15, 6 yards for Lendell, 2 yards Reggie, 1 yard Reggie. I think we're probably just going to take a field goal here on 4th and 1. Let it go to the 4th quarter. Go back up 14. I'm fine with that. You know, we're doing a good job on defense. They're not just kind of cutting through us. So I'm good with a field goal. No good. Okay, not if we miss it though. Okay, 3rd and 6. I've really liked us on 3rd and 6 when we're watching anyway. So I like this. 3rd and 6. Let's go. Trips to the bottom. No pressure. Too much time. Bull! Could have been picked again. Oh, they kind of got to punt it there though. Punt it deep. Lendale. Okay, Reggie. Drop by Steve Smith. Drop by Leon. So we're going empty stick. We're going for this. I don't care. It is. I can't even see what we're doing here. Right there. Boom. As he cuts. Cut it back. Okay, we'll take that. We will take that. 1st and 10. Steve Smith 15. Mark Sanchez 5. Bush 5. Leon 8. And we get a touchdown to Leon. That should put it away. We'll just go to the end of the game here unless something wild happens. Yeah, 34-13. Boom, there we go. I like it, Bush. Okay, so there it is. We get a win on the road against the number 2 team in the country who beat us last year in our freshman quarterback's 3rd career start. I like it. 231 and 2 touchdowns on the ground for Bush. He had another 30 through the air. Honestly, we were kind of just spreading it around passing, but there it is. Our title hopes are well alive now. Beat Oklahoma. Oh, that felt like such a big win for us. Then we got Cal's ranked right now. Utah, like we have so many just tough games. We're out of the really tough part. Those first 3 were just kind of next level difficult. Okay, so we got 3-0 Cal. They're 95. We're all 99 on offense. So this is not going to be an easy game. I think they got Marshawn Lynch. Okay, let's see. 41-24. Actually, I think Lynch went to Stanford, but yeah, Cal's a tough team. Beat another 4 weeks in a row. We played a ranked team. Like we have paid our dues here. And then I think we got Utah. Yeah, we got Utah 5 weeks in a row. Every game has been a ranked opponent. Oh my goodness, man. Okay, looking at recruiting, we just got locked out by Earl Thomas, but we can use our lock pick here, get back in it. Yeah, I don't know. This recruiting, I still think we'll have a good class. It doesn't feel like guys are that as into us. So like Gronk, we're doing well. Barry, we're in it. Earl, we're doing not even great, honestly. Cam, we're doing okay. Hayden, we're hanging in there. We're going to get Everson Griffin. We're doing good with Wisniewski. We're doing good with Pouncey. Decent there. Doing really good with him. Good. Meh. Good. I really got to get some recruits to sign so we can start giving more points out to some of the lower level guys. So our visits are all week 8 this year. So it's only 3 more weeks, and hopefully we can get 2 or 3 guys to recruit big guys, and then we can start divvying up more points. So like I said, another ranked opponent here. I don't think Utah's quite as good as past years, but then we had a bit of a break. We got CU, Old Dominion, ASU, Arizona, Louisiana Monroe before finishing with UCLA and Notre Dame. So Got to get through this Utah game unscathed, and we should have a bit of a break. Okay, we get the win. So now things lighten up. We had 5 games in a row, ranked opponents to start the year. Now things should feel a little bit just more smooth for a bit here. I mean, we could still lose a game for sure. You never know, but okay, CU, try to go to 6-0 at home, get it done. And then, yeah, this is the big week right here. So we'll sim this next week, and then we'll look at the top 25. We'll look at our stats kind of to start the year as well. But really hope we can lock down at least 2 of these big guys right here. I don't know, maybe Gronk and Cam maybe would be our best ones. We'll look at the recruiting, how it's kind of shaping up right here. Oh, we got Everson Griffin right there. That's sweet. So we got 2 5-star defensive linemen right now. Well, one of them's technically a 4-star, but he's a 5-star. So let's look. So we got a bunch of guys in. Okay, so Gronk, we have a decent chance of landing. Probably not Barry. Probably not Earl. Probably not. So it more maybe the offensive lineman and Gronk will be our best bet. But I'd really like to get some of these points freed up here. Hopefully we can get some of these dudes to sign. I think Gronk's really our best shot, but we'll see. And obviously we want to get a win. 45-7, so hopefully put up some nice yards, some big points in front of the boys. Gronk, at least. Give me Gronk. Okay. Let's go. I was not expecting that. Cam, Gronk, Wisniewski, Pouncey. Boom, 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 boom. We got another wide receiver, which we really didn't need. That's our 4th wide receiver this cycle, but holy... I was not expecting that. Our recruiting is really coming together right now. We have 3 5-stars and 4. Yeah. Britt, who's a 5-star. Pouncey, Gronk, Everson Griffin, Cam Hayward, Wisniewski, and Cam. All those guys are really 5-stars. Like we have, yeah. Like in a few years, we're going to have Cam Newton throwing to Percy Harvin and Deshaun Jackson. So that'll be fun. Okay. Actually, let's sim through ASU. Then we'll kind of look at top 25 and stuff. 35-16. We are the #1 team in the country, undefeated. I have a feeling there might not be many other undefeated teams. I feel like college football is so strong this season that it's going to be hard for teams. Like everybody's going to kind of beat each other up. Like we're winning all our games here, but the margin of victory is not big. Okay, we get another offensive lineman in. Our recruiting is just absolutely murdering right now. Okay, so we're 8-0. Let's look at the top 25. Yeah, only 4 undefeated teams at this point. Penn State, who's going to have to play at least Ohio State still. Yeah, Ohio State already played Michigan, or they don't have Michigan, but oh yeah, they play Ohio State, Michigan in the next 2 weeks. Notre Dame, who we actually play, and they have to play Texas still. They play us and Texas back-to-back. South Carolina still has to play Texas A&M, Vandy, Clemson, and if they make the championship game, whoever's in that. So yeah, and then we honestly, we kind of have a somewhat easy run right now until that Notre Dame game, which is going to be freaking huge. Heisman watch. Reggie trying to win his 3rd in 4 years. First person ever to win 3. That would be pretty wild. If we look at stats, so Sanchez, 43rd in the country in passing. Reggie, 2nd in the country in rushing. Steve Smith, way down there. Connor, sacks. I feel like a lot of teams might have played 9 games right now, though, also, where we've played 8. Mark, 148 rating for a freshman is really good. 7 picks is a little more. 200 a game is a little more than we would like, but... we're really riding Reggie right now, but Lendale's getting a lot of work too. Like between those two, we're at 200 yards a game, 9 touchdowns, 7 touchdowns receiving. Steve, Leon, Lemon. Deshaun's been a bit quiet, but I mean, he's a redshirt freshman. I mean, by next year, he's probably going to be our #1 receiver. So Reggie, another 200 yards on the ground, 23 a game. So yeah, Reggie's killing it. Defensively, that's our our tackles. TFLs, QB sacks, INTs, Branch and Bing both have nice years there. Pass deflections, Ross doing well. Forced fumbles. We have any DT? No. Defensive touchdowns. We got block. No safeties. Let's see if Lendale's got any kick returns. No, and no kick return touchdowns. Okay, we'll look at team stats. But like I said, I feel like we've played 8 games. Let's look at total offense. Oh, they've all some 9, some 8. So Our offense isn't quite as good. We definitely, we have the second best rushing offense in the country behind Navy. We're kind of down on points per game, but we are starting a freshman. Some of these teams will have played 9 games, we will played 8. If we look at points allowed, and we've just played a really tough schedule. Like, it's just, we haven't played a bunch of weak teams where we could just kind of run up the score. This is kind of our weak point of our schedule right now. We got Arizona, Louisiana Monroe, UCLA, and we just played like Arizona State and one other shitty team. So this is kind of when we're going to be starting to rack it up a little bit here. So, but hey, we still got to win these games. Got to beat Arizona. Oh, no. That's tough, ladies and gentlemen. Ladies and gents. Damn, that's tough. We take an L against an unranked team. We drop all the way down to 10 in the country. Only 2 unbeatens. There's going to be a ton of teams now with 1 loss that we're going to have to jump over. If we beat Notre Dame, we just got to hope South Carolina loses a game and we can get back into it. But that's very tough. Bye week, ULM. We just got to hope teams just beat each other up. I just can't believe we lost to Arizona. Like, we get through that 5 games ranked teams and we lose to Arizona? Really? Oh, man, oh, man, oh, man. Okay, keep going. Louisiana Monroe, like, we can't lose this, right? We ain't losing this one. Oh, my goodness, 28-12. That ain't great. Oh, the wins are just out of my sails right now, boys. That is not what we wanted. That is our second loss in 4 years, but it costs us a chance at a natty. It makes it really tough because we don't have playoffs. We're just like, you almost gotta go undefeated. We got Ratliff and an end. We're kind of actually filling up our board here. How many? We only have 4 scholarships remaining. Okay, we got UCLA 7-4. This is not an easy game, honestly. 93 overall. And if we lose this, our season is done-zo. And we got number 1 Notre Dame next week at UCLA. Okay, we got the win. And now we have a chance to knock off the number 1 team in the country and maybe get ourselves back in it. We're still going to have the Pac-12 Championship game. We should make it because we lost to Arizona, who's, not great. We beat Oklahoma, so we'll have the tiebreaker over them. We should still get in. Recruiting battle for all those guys. 11-0 Notre Dame. Let's just look at the top 25 here. I just want to see kind of what the lay of the land. So South Carolina still hasn't lost. They play Clemson this week, which is a tough team for sure. Cal, who we beat, Oklahoma we beat, but if we beat Notre Dame, that's such a big win. That should catapult us above, and we've already beat 2 of those teams. See where we're ranked after beating the number 1 team in the country. Okay, so none of the recruits signed. It's just kind of, this is our last week before all of these recruits go to the off season. And we really don't have a huge lead on any of them. I doubt any of them are going to sign. We've had our visit with all of them. They have none of them have any upcoming visits. So they're probably all honestly going to go to the off season. Going to probably just have to pick 2. Probably Earl Thomas and Joe Hayden is who I'll pick. A corner and a safety, $7,500 each. I don't really want to mess around with 5,000. I've done that in the past. Try to get 3 at 5,000 each. I think 1 year I lost all 3 of them. But conference championship, we should be in that. We went up to the number 4 team in the country. We should be in it. I don't see how we wouldn't be. 1 conference loss, but it was against a shitty team, and we beat all the other guys. Okay, yeah, we play number 5 Cal. I want to look at the top 25. So South Carolina, we're at 3. Ohio State plays Wisconsin, who they're probably not going to lose to. We need South Carolina to lose to Bama. They lose to Bama, we probably play Ohio State in the Natty. But then, right now Ohio State's ahead of us, but they play an unranked Wisconsin. We play number 5 Cal. So honestly, even if we win this, we should have a decent shot of making it. Because we're going to beat the number 5 team. We're going to beat number 1 and number 5 back-to-back weeks. Ohio State's going to beat Wisconsin, who's unranked. I don't really see how they get in above us, but so that's where we sit. Cal has a great offense, 7th in the country. Not a great defense on them. That's our top 3. That's theirs. Injury report, they don't have much. We have pretty significant ones. But let's get it. Natty Hope on the line. Also, hey, we want to win the pack as much as we can. We actually didn't even win our conference last year, which is kind of unfortunate. So yeah, 4 versus 5. Let's go get this W. And I'm gonna see, we've already watched 2 games. Plus, if we make it, we're gonna watch Natty. So I'm gonna go pretty quick through this. So first quarter, we go up 7. We go up 14. Yeah, Reggie, like it. Okay, we're gonna go next quarter. Let's go to half. We should honestly kind of blow these guys out. Yeah, we're up 21-0, 27-0. Okay, we're gonna go end the game here unless something wild happens. We go 27-7, 34-7, 37-7. Okay. This should look really good for the polls. 44-7. We beat number 1 and number 5. We'll blow number 5 out in back-to-back weeks. I don't think there's any way we shouldn't be in. Sanchez, really nice day. Reggie, nice day. Lemon, our second receiver is really good. Steve, Deshaun were both really good as well. Yeah, I don't see how there's any way we are not in the Natty. Like, there's no way. Ohio State beats Wisconsin. We beat number 1 and number 5 back-to-back weeks. We both have 1 loss. And we played 5 ranked teams at the start of the season and won them all. I don't know. Okay, I actually want to sim. I don't know. That math ain't mathing to me, you know? Okay, we are... Come on, Bama. Come on, Bama. Bama wins in OT. Let's go. Bama wins in OT. Now it doesn't really matter. We should be in no matter what. I think Ohio State whoops Wisconsin. It should be us, Ohio State. I don't know. Maybe something weird happens, but okay, let's see. We should be in. There's no way. 1 loss. I mean, we should be the number 1 team in the country right now, with everybody at least 1 loss. We have like 7 ranked wins on the year, multiple top 5 wins. Reggie, so close to his 3rd Heisman, but Devin Brown wins it for Ohio State. We are number 1 playing number 2 Ohio State in the Natty. That's how it should have been. Yeah, Bama. I was worried about Bama, honestly, but they had 2 losses. Pretty tough for them to jump us. So, Ohio State, that is fun. Is that who we played the first year? Look at my notes here. No, we beat Oklahoma our first year, and then North Carolina. So we have a bit of a rivalry going with Oklahoma for sure. We're trying to win 3 in 4 years with Reggie Bush, my favorite college football player of all time. He's won 2 Heismans, another 2nd place finish. If we win this, he's got to go down as probably the best college football player of all time. 2 Heismans, a 2nd place finish, and 3 national championships. 37 a game there. Yeah, they look bad. We've played a harder schedule. Like, we've played such a tough schedule. They look like the better team just stats wise. There's our top 3. There's theirs. We're still without Sue, which sucks. They are missing 2 guys along the offensive line, but I don't even know if they're starters. Here we go. Ohio State. We're in Miami at the Hard Rock, the Orange Bowl. And let's go. We're going to go through the first quarter here. We go up 7-0. They go down and tie it 7-7. And they're actually driving here. And you got them to 4th and 1 from the 3. They're going to kick a field goal. They get it. We're down 10-7. Oh my goodness. We got a 3rd and 14 here for Marky Mark. Okay, we're 0 of 3 on 3rd down. It's like hazy here. I don't know what's going on. I don't know if they're setting off fireworks. What's going on? Mark over the middle. Oh, Deshaun cuts up field. 12 yards on 4th and 14. Should we go for it? Should we say screw it? Should we put the pressure on? Let's do it. Let's do it. This is risky. But risk it, biscuit, you know it. You know how we go. Boom, right there. Go, Lemon. Okay, we pick it up on 4th and 2. Mekhi Lemon beats his press corner, cuts in. 7 of 9 for 101 with Mark, but we got to get a drive going here. 6 yards, minus 1, 3rd and 5. Throw away. So now we're going to punt it. Oh my goodness. Okay, we get them 4th and 13. They punt it. Okay, we got 3rd and 11. We got 4th and 7, so their defense is kind of containing us, but we're doing a decent job on their offense as well. 1st and 10, 14, throwaway, 3rd and 10. This is big right here. We stop them. We got a chance to go down and score before the half. They get a 1st down. They're probably at least getting 3. Devin Brown, Heisman winner in shotgun here. Drops back. Fires underneath our linebacker is right there for the tackle. 4th and 6. They should be punting this. They are going for this. Wow. If we stop and we get a super short field here. Okay, they're going empty. Let's go defense. This is huge right here. 120 left. Are they just going to let the clock wind? Gonna motion a guy. They're going quads to the field. Okay. So they just purposely took a delay of game, I guess. Okay, sure. Didn't know teams did that in the college football game, but let's go. Okay, now they're punting. We got a minute. It's dropped. 26 for Leon. 20 for... Oh my God, we just scored in 3 plays. Deshaun, back-to-back 20 and 33 yards. He's just so explosive. I can't believe we're going to have him and Percy Harvin. 3rd and 9, halftime. We are up 4 at half. Devin Brown throwaway, 8-yard, 5-yard, 12-yard, -2, 3rd and 5. Another big 3rd down here. What do we got, defense? We're only going to rush 3 here, it looks like, which I freaking hate, but is what it is. Okay, bring our blitz. I hope Dan Connor blitzes somebody. Going empty with their Heisman Trophy winner back in shotgun. Come on, let's go. Okay, they're motioning over to quads again. Like, what are they doing? They took another delay of game. What is happening? I'm very confused by that. I'm just gonna... Okay, they got 7 yards and they punt it. Okay, that was super weird. Reggie, 24 to Steve Smith, -10, 20 to Steve Smith, 20 to Reggie. We got it down inside the 7-yard line. Chance to go up at 2 scores. If we have to kick a field goal, it'll be 7. I'm going to Reggie Bush here, but we're going to throw slant. What an animation. Let's go, Steve Smith, our senior. That's our other 99, senior player, changing the guard. Him, Reggie Lendale to the new era. But there it is, Steve Smith for the touchdown to put us up 11 in the 3rd quarter. And we are kind of all over their offense. They can't get much going. And we're just driving again. 6 yards, 7 yards, and Reggie, a 14-yard touchdown in his last game. And all of a sudden, we are up 18. They need to score here. They got 3rd and 13. Oh, they hit 25 to Ted Ginn. 3rd and 14. We'll watch this one. I mean, even if they score here, they're still in trouble. But if they get a touchdown here, they're still in it. 3 down. We're bringing a blitzer at least, though. Oh, get pressure. We can step in front. Pick 6. Go. Wow. Pick 6. That's going to end it. Devin Brown throws into coverage. Put the 2s up. Fight on, Trojans. And that's it. It's over. We are going to win 3 national championships in 4 seasons. I'm going to super sim here unless something wild happens. Oh, God. Okay. No, we're good. 45-24. Carry the coach, me. Let's go off the field. That is definitely the play of the game. Oh my goodness. Reggie Bush, Steve Smith, their last, career games on offense for us. Reggie caps it off. Maybe, like I said, the best college career of all time. 3 national championships, 2 Heisman trophies. Crazy. Look at our game stats. Sanchez was really good. We're going to have him a starter for the next 3 seasons. 4 touchdowns on the day. Reggie, 147. He did have a receiving touchdown as well. He had 2 receiving touchdowns. Steve Smith had a great last college game as well. Deshaun made some huge plays. He's going to probably be our #1 receiver next year. Back with Mark Sanchez, and we do it. 13-1, 3rd natty in 4 seasons. Crazy. Kind of the end of an era. Like I said, though, this was kind of our young freshman class that we started with, and we were able to, get it done. 3rd natty. Okay, we're going to advance week. Just look at the final stats quickly for the year. All-American, stuff like that as well. I want to kind of look at just Reggie's kind of whole deal as well. Reggie Bush. Most rushing yards ever in college football. Yeah, he's the GOAT. He's the freaking GOAT. Is that what that was? Rushing yards career. Maybe not. I'm going to look. Did he break NCAA records? Individual career. Rushing yards in a career. Reggie Bush. First. 2 Heismans. Most rushing yards ever. 3 national championships. He's the GOAT. He is the GOAT. So yeah, he led the country almost 2,000 yards. This was probably his best year. This is the year he should have won the Heisman. 3,341 yards, really nice year. Reggie, 1,900 yards. Lendale had almost 1,000 as our backup, and we're going to have him back next year. Receiving, Reggie added another 324, 3 touchdowns on the ground. How many rushing? 13 rushing touchdowns. Not crazy amount of rushing touchdowns, but Steve Smith had over 1,000. Deshaun had 448 as a as a redshirt freshman. I want to look at just kind of Reggie's. So he won a Doak, Heisman. Oh, he only won one Doak. Okay, I thought he would have had more. But yeah, we look 1,700 yards, 14-12, 1,900 yards, all-time leader, 55 career rushing touchdowns. Plus, he added receiving 300 yards. 11 receiving touchdowns in his sophomore season. I mean, he's a freaking GOAT. It is what he is. He's the GOAT. If we look at team stats really quick, third total offense, we were fourth in rushing. We're still pretty good in points. Our defense actually kind of improved as the year went. Points allowed, we were fourth in points allowed. So, but hey, we got another ring. That is what matters. And we've been putting together some recruiting classes that are going to make it tough for people to hang with us as we keep going through this sim. So this is what we look like after 4 years, 53-2, 3 Pac-12 championships, 3 national championships, 22-1 versus the top 25, 12-0 versus our rivals, 4-0 in bowl games. Okay, look at players leaving. Oh, we're losing this minor. We have so many. That's fine. He was a big 5-star from last year. Dan Connor, you got to come back, buddy. Come on. But we are losing some people this year. Bing, Smith, Reggie, Baker. We bring Connor back. Honestly, we're not losing as much as I thought. We're losing some superstars, but we might be better next year. But not having Reggie Bush. Reggie hits different. Okay, so recruiting. Like I said, I think we're going to go Joe Hayden and Earl, just 7,500 each. Now, I'm going to go Earl over Joe. Sorry, I'm going to go Earl over Eric. Literally just because I have a 700-point lead over Texas, and it just increases my chances of getting him. If I had like a 2,000-point lead on him, I might try to go after all 3. But I'm just not risking it. I'm not giving 5,000 to each and losing, 2 of them and only getting 1. I'd rather basically guarantee I get 2. I don't think I've ever lost a guy when I give 7,500. So yeah, all 3 would be sick, but we're not even leading on Joe. So we gotta go all in. You don't think Bama is gonna be going all in on Joe Hayden? Of course they are. And unfortunately, we're not going to get either of Donald Young or Ross Miles, both really good offensive linemen. Like here, we're not even leading on him, so we have no shot. And then John Warren, we have a 1,300-point lead. Maybe Texas just kind of is trying to spend their points elsewhere. And then Ohio State, you know what? I'm going to do this. I'm going to give Ross Miller 5 points because maybe Ohio State gives him none and that 5 points puts us over the top. I doubt that, but you never know. Okay, we're going to advance. We better get both those guys or I'm going to be pissed. Yeah, we get Joe, we get Earl, none of the other guys, but that was kind of what I was expecting. So we get the #1 class again. Yeah, our class was freaking sick. Top classes. Yeah, we get, Texas though. They had a ton of 5-stars. Vaughn, not actually a lot of our guys, but yeah, they had a really nice class. Michigan's is nice. North Carolina's is pretty nice. They just didn't get as many players. Ohio State had a nice class too. All right, so here we are at the start of our 5th season, 2007 season. Season number 5, 2007 season is going to be the 08 recruiting class. And holy, we look absolutely freaking stacked. We got 299 quarterbacks with Cam Newton as our 3rd stringer. He's not going to be number 12 though. Come on. Cam's got more swag than number 2. Yeah, we'll go number. Okay, number 2. We'll go number 2. That's his number. Yeah, I mean, we lose John David Booty after this year. He's never really going to play for us, but we'll play Mark for the next 3 years. We'll redshirt Cam this year, and we'll play Cam as junior and senior seasons. Running back, we have Lendale as a senior, this Amarion Peterson. Then we got DeMarco Murray as a redshirt freshman, who will probably be a 3-year starter starting next year. And then we got this David May behind him. Wide out, we got Lemon, Zach Brown, and Deshaun Jackson, then Percy Harvin, who's our 4th receiver, and a bunch of just young up-and-coming guys. I'm probably going to make Deshaun Jackson my #1 receiver this year on the depth chart. I don't care. I just want to see him play. Honestly, I'm probably going to put Percy Harvin #3, and we'll put Zach Brown as our #4. I want to see the young boys just cook. We got Leons as a senior tight end. Then we got Gronk, and we got another actually really good freshman. So we're going to have these two kind of over the next 4 years just absolutely killing it for us. Honestly, this is probably a good year. We could redshirt Gronk as well. Then we got Trent Williams. This is going to be his first year playing. He's already a 92. We have some good guys in behind him. We got this Matt Miller with a sophomore, Luke Jones in behind him. We got Ryan Khalil, his last year on the team. David Glover, a sophomore. Then look at all those centers. We got these 3 freshmen coming in. We'll be moving some of them to guard and stuff. But then we got this Jovan Van, only a sophomore. He's a 92 overall. We got a really good freshman in behind him. And our O-line over the next few years is going to be freaking insane. If we look at defensive end, we're young, but we're building. We got Bradley Benson, Everson Griffin in behind him. Then if we go right end, we got that Evan Whitworth, that 5-star we got a few years ago. Ernest Cooper, who's a senior. And then we got Cam Hayward, a freshman. Definitely going to be redshirting Cam this year. Yeah, we're low young, but we're getting there. Then our interior D-line, we got Ndamukong Suh, we got Gerald McCoy, and we got some young guys developing in behind them. Honestly, I might switch Cam Hayward into D-tackle as well. Redshirt him for a year and slide him inside. So we just got a lot of defensive ends right now. We got a 99 senior backer, a junior, then a freshman. So really nice there. Got a 99 junior, a sophomore, then a freshman. Really nice just progression there. 97 senior, a junior, freshman, like really nice progression there as well. So linebacker, we are really set up well. Adam Hawley at corner. We got Richard Sherman along with them. This Malachi Crawford, Stokes, a sophomore, and then we got a freshman, Joe Hayden, coming in as well. So really nice kind of setup here. What number should we make? Should we make Sherm 21? Honestly, whatever. 33 is fine for Sherm. I'll make Joe Hayden 21. He feels like a 21. There we go. So yeah, we got really set up good at corner. Then at safety, we got this Tony Wilson as a sophomore, and then his backup's this freshman Earl Thomas, who definitely could be playing over the next few years. I mean, even by next year, maybe he'll overtake him. We'll put him at 26. Then at strong safety, we're going to be starting Taylor Mays this year. He actually feels like a single-digit guy to me. Come on. Pretty swaggy. We'll put him at number 5. Taking over Reggie Bush number. We'll play him at defense. Yeah, so that's where we sit, guys. We are loaded. We've just been recruiting so well. It's going to be kind of hard for us not to be loaded over the next few years, but that is where I'm going to end it, and then I'm going to make the next recruiting class. We'll get into the next season. All right, so we are now starting the 07 season. We just made the 08 recruiting class, and this is a good one. Very offensive heavy. There's only like 5 or 6 guys for all on defense. Everybody else is on offense. Crazy quarterback class, really good receivers. So we are going to get into it now, and we're just going to keep trying to go on our hot streak of recruiting. We have been absolutely killing it over the last 3 seasons, so obviously we are just going to try to keep that up. Okay, so hopping in. Gonna look at the QBs first. And like I said, this is a crazy QB recruiting class. First, Andrew Luck from Houston, Texas, went to Stanford. One of the all-time greats for like QB prospects. I'm actually really not gonna go after any of these QBs this year because we just got Cam Newton last year. Really don't need it, but we're gonna go through. So Andrew Luck, Terrell Pryor, Ohio State is first on his board. That is where he went in real life. And Ohio State is first for Andrew Luck. EJ Manuel, we're actually first for him, if not Georgia, Ohio State, Bama. Then there's Blaine Gabbert, who played at Missouri. He's Tennessee, Oklahoma, Northern Illinois, Notre Dame, Missouri. Then we got Robert Griffin. I kept forgetting to add RG3 to my recruiting list, and I finally remembered this time. So this is the first time RG3's ever been in one of my rebuilds like this. So this should be interesting. So he's from Texas, but he went to Baylor. He's leaning in Notre Dame, Auburn, Tennessee, Ohio State, OUNANM. I think Yeah, that is everyone. That is a really good recruiting class. College QBs, really, really good. Okay, then we go to running backs. We got two. We got Mark Ingram and LaMichael James. We're actually second for LaMichael. We might go after him. And then Ben Kendrick, who's we're first on his list. Mark is leaning Ohio State, Notre Dame. He went to Alabama in real life. LaMichael James went to Oregon. We have another 4-star here. This Carlton, will go after him as well. Okay, then getting down to wide receivers, another class that's really pretty solid. We got 5. We got Michael Floyd, who went to Notre Dame. He's from Minnesota. Julio Jones, who's from Alabama, went to Bama in real life. He's leaning Notre Dame, Georgia, Clemson, Miami. Would have really liked him, but we do have Marvin Jones and Justin Blackman. Blackman went to Oklahoma State. Marvin Jones, where'd he go? Can't remember where he went off the top of my head. And then Kendall Wright, who went to Baylor. So that's a group of wide receivers. You know, we've got 2 who were first on their list, so I like that. That's kind of, maybe we'll add this other 4-star as well, but it's kind of it we are going to be going after there. Then if we go down to tight ends, we have 2. We got Travis Kelce. He's the actual 3rd player in the class right now. He went to University of Cincinnati. He's from Ohio. He's leaning Notre Dame, Nebraska, LSU, Auburn. Then we got Kyle Rudolph, also from Ohio, and we're actually first on his board. We just got Gronk last year, and we got 3 5-stars and a 4-star who were all first. Really good players. Don't really need them, but I mean, hey, might as well go after them. Okay, then we go to tackles, and we have some good ones. We have Barrett Jones. He's from Tennessee. We're actually first on his list, and he went to Alabama. We'll add him. We got this King, but then there's Matt Khalil. He's from California, and he went to USC in real life, but we're actually not on his list. We just had his brother. I'm actually going to add him just because. Then the other one's Tyron Smith, who also went to USC. We're not on his list, but I'm going to go after both these guys. They're absolute freaks. I definitely want them on the team. Then we go down to guards. We have no created guards, but we do have some where we're first on their board. We'll add them up. Then we go to centers. We have a 4-star. He's first. Okay, we're going after a ton of offensive linemen. Now getting into defense. And like I said, we don't have a ton of created real life defenders, but we got Daquan Bowers. He's like the #1 player in the class in real life. He went to Clemson. Then we got Courtney Upshaw. We're 3rd on his board. He went to Alabama. We got another 4-star end who are first. We're kind of filling up quick, so we'll do that. Then for defensive tackles, we only have one. It's Marcel Darius. He went to Alabama. He's from the state, and that's where he's leaning right now. But we actually have the #1, you know, this is a auto-generated player, but he's the #1 D tackle in the class. We're first on his board. We got a couple other 4-stars who are first. We'll go after all those guys. Then moving on to linebacker, we have no real outside linebackers, and none that really are jumping out to me. Maybe this Baker, who we're 3rd on, but that's about it. Go to middle linebackers. We have no created guys once again, but we have a 5-star in Powell who's interested. We got this Hawley who's also interested. That's probably it that we're going to go after here. Then we move on to corners, and we have 2 good ones. There's Janoris Jenkins. He's from Florida. He went to Florida in real life. He's leaning Penn State, Clemson, then us. We'll add him. Then there's Patrick Peterson. We're not on his list, but I'm going to add him. Who knows? Maybe we could get him to flip and come over. We've got Joe Hayden and Richard Sherman the last few years, so we don't really need a corner, but if we could get one of those 2, I'd be cool with it. Moving on to safeties, we got a 4-star, the second free safety in the class who we're first on his board. We'll add him. Strong safeties, nothing really jumping out to me, so we can just let it rock. We'll go down to athletes. We got one who we are first on his board, another. We'll just kind of add these athletes up. Okay, that is where we're going to call it. Recruiting class looks really good once again. We got a ton of guys who are first on their board who we are going after. Yeah, so we'll see how we do. Okay, now we're going to go into redshirting. There's definitely some guys I think we could get away with redshirting this year. Definitely in a redshirt Cam. This is going to buy him a year, and basically we'll have him as a starter for 2 seasons. Nothing at running back. Wide out, could do, honestly, a lot of these young guys. Just do all 3 of those. That'll still give us 6 wide receivers on the roster. Tight end, I'm going to buy a year with Gronk. I might as well. Workman, we can let it rock with him. Centers, honestly, we could kind of just do all 3 of these guys. That was such a good group that we got last year, and then we can just let it rock with that. Crosby, I think I'm just going to do Griffin and Hayward this year. And then we're still going to have three really good defensive ends and some okay backups as well. D-tackle, we're just going to kind of let them both play this year, Sue and McCoy. Then we have another McCoy on the roster that will redshirt. Nothing at left outside. Here we can do this Ron Smith. We'll also do this Cooper at right outside. We will do Joe Hayden this year. Buy a year with him. Sherman's going to start, but yeah, there we go. We can't really do Earl. I mean, we could. Maybe we will. We don't really have a lot, but I mean, we can always play. Maybe we won't do Earl this year. We'll let him play a year. Maybe we'll do him another year. But there we go. So that's where we're sitting. Team looks unreal this year. Okay, let's look at our schedule. And if it's anything like last year, it is going to be an absolute terror. Okay, so we're not an A+, but we are an A-. We start with look at the start of our schedule. Arkansas, who's, SEC school, then number 5 Texas, number 2 Oklahoma, number 11 Cal, number 22 Utah, Colorado, number 7 Notre Dame. My goodness, that is insane. I'm putting the Notre Dame game at home. I don't even care. This schedule is tough. We're going with it. That is just tough. Texas, Oklahoma to start the year. I tried to make it harder by adding Texas and Oklahoma to the Pac-12, and it worked. It is a tough schedule right now. Okay, we're gonna go through recruiting now, do our thing where we're just gonna offer the scholarships and see if we get any auto commits. Once again, it's only if we're first. So we offered here at LaMichael James, he can't do auto commit unless we're in first, but we're going to offer scholarships to everyone. Okay, Ben Kendrick, second running back on our board. We're going to get him. I don't really care about this guy then, so we're going to take him off our board because we don't need multiple running backs this year. Go after Marvin Jones. Okay, we get an auto commit from Marvin Jones though, and we'll go Justin Blackman. Okay, not from him. Once again, I mean, whatever, we'll go for him. Kyle Rudolph, auto commit from Kyle Rudolph. So, and another tight end. So we got 2 tight ends. We're going for Barrett Jones as Tim King. Gonna offer Matt Khalil and Tyron Smith, even though we're kind of far behind on them. Offer all these guys on O-line. Wow, none of those guys auto commit. Courtney Upshaw. Dan Jones, nope. Keep going down. Elliott Powell, not on Janoris or Peterson, but we're going to go kind of hard on those guys. Honestly, this year, there's some players. The players I really want, we're not honestly that high on their board. So I'm going to set up my board here, and then I'll kind of show you guys what we're working with. All right, so this is what our board is looking like. We're going super just stars and scrubs. We're on Patrick, Khalil, and Tyron are my 3 guys I really want. And there are 3 guys we're not really that in on. Then there's Courtney Upshaw, Janoris Jenkins, Barrett Jones, Justin Blackman, this Dan Jones we're going pretty hard in. And then we got this 5-star middle linebacker as well. Already got Marvin, Kyle, another tight end, and one more, and a running back so far. And then after this week, I'll get some more recruiting points and I'll add some more guys to our list. So we're going to sim through the first week. We'll see if any of the guys auto commit. We definitely could lose, a Peterson or somebody to an auto commit right here for sure. Okay, no auto commits. So we kind of gained a little bit on Peterson. Looked like we gained a bit on Khalil, a bit on Tyron, kind of right there with Upshaw. Maybe gained a bit on Janoris, a bit there. Doing okay with Blackman, doing okay. So kind of doing okay in all those spots. So I'm just going to kind of go through here and add some more. Okay, with those extra points, I just added a free safety and then 5 athletes to the bottom. I like getting these athletes because they're you never really know what they're going to play. So it's kind of interesting. So we'll see. This guy I'm interested in. I like when they're tall, 6'5", 240. Okay, so we got Arkansas. Oh, this was one of the teams I wanted to look at. Okay, they actually lost week 1. I want to look at their team really quick. They're 97 overall. How is every team so freaking good right now? Arkansas, big time tight end, guard, running back. They got a QB. Yeah, this is not a pushover of a team. Luckily, I believe it's at home, so we should win, but it ain't gonna be easy. Okay, we're gonna sim through this Arkansas game. We got to get this one done. Oh my goodness, we lost. We lost first game of the year. That's tough. I mean, it's good if you're gonna lose early, I guess, but now we're really in trouble. We got to once again hope people lose throughout the year. We got to beat Texas and Oklahoma, who's number 1. We play 3 top 10 teams in a row. And then then a 2-game break, and then Notre Dame is top 5. Holy. Okay, yeah, so we got Oklahoma. Like, we're playing Texas, Oklahoma back-to-back weeks. Well, we'll hop in there just because they're the #1 team, but we're going to go through this really quick. I probably won't watch anything till the 4th quarter. Wow, Oklahoma's defense is allowing 5 points per game right now. Yeah, so, okay. They got talent. Luckily, it is at home. That's going to help, but we got to get it done. Beat top 5 teams back-to-back weeks. #1 team in the country. We did beat them last year, so... Okay, we're going to go through the first quarter. We go up 7-0. They answer back 7-7. We score 14. They score 14. We go down. We're about to make it 21. We do. Are we going to get a stop on defense, though? Because so far, we are not. We do. Then okay. 21-20. And now they go up before the half. And then we answer back. Okay, this game is crazy. 28-27. We just fumbled. And third, okay, and they score. They are now up 7. Sanchez, Harvin, Lendale, 3rd and 12. We get stopped. Field goal, good. Okay, we're down 4. We get a pick. Dan Connor, let's go. Okay, 3rd and 6. I'm gonna keep going through this till the 4th quarter. Okay, Percy, 13-yard touchdown. We're now up 3. We get a stop. Wow, Lendale, Hunt. Okay, it is now the 4th quarter, 2nd and 5, 3rd and 10. We get a stop. We're up 3. We need to go score a touchdown here. 21 for Percy, 8 for Lemon, 9 for Lendale. Okay, we got 3rd and 1, 4th and inches. Okay, we're going for this. Honestly, we're gonna run the ball. We got I got Lendale White, and we need 3rd and inches. This is what Lendale's built for. Boom, blow him off the line. There we go. Lendale's got 81 yards for us. Throwaway Sanchez, 3rd and 4, 1st and 10, incomplete, 13 yards, 2nd and 10, 3rd and 11. Let's watch this play. Field goal obviously puts us up 6, which is not ideal. This is a very good offense. A touchdown here would obviously be huge. Sanchez, it's out route. He was out of bounds. He had to throw that half a step earlier, and that's an easy catch. 4th and 11. We have got to take the 3 there, go up 6. We got him 4th and 1 right here, and they're punting it. I am shocked. I really thought they would go for that. That's fine, though. Hey, who do we have back there? Punt returner. I hope it's either Percy or Deshaun. It is neither of them. Amarian Peterson. Okay, so we're out yardaging them. Obviously, we have 6 more points. So, hey, we got a big power back in Lendale White. This is how you kind of end these games. 3:48 left, 6 yards, 3 yards, 3 yards, 6 yards. Percy for 22. Lemon for 12, 6 yards for Lendale, 3rd and inches, 4th for Lendale, and we score Deshaun Jackson for a 7-yard touchdown, and we're going to win. We're going to knock off the #1 ranked team in the country after just beating Texas. Obviously, that Arkansas game is an absolute killer. There's no way around it. That really sucks, but we answered back how we needed to. Deshaun had a huge day, and Percy, like that type of speed. Deshaun averaged 24 yards reception. Percy averaged 22. Each had a touchdown. They're a freshman and a sophomore playing with a sophomore quarterback, and we're doing that good. So we are built for the future. This is not going to be our best team over the next few years, I don't think. I think by next year and the year after, we're going to be even better. So we beat OU. That should put us maybe back to 5, even though we've got a loss. If strength of schedule matters at the end of the year and there's not 2 unbeaten teams, we should, be able to get our foot in the door. Okay, we got Cal. They're ranked 21, even though they got 2 losses. We're all the way up to 4, even though we have a loss. So yeah, and we jumped a lot of unbeaten. So they really they respect how hard our schedule has been, I guess. South Carolina, Ohio State, Clemson, LSU, Penn State still undefeated. Okay, we got Cal. We just can't lose again. We have 2 unranked, unbeaten. Then we play Notre Dame. Then our schedule does get easier. At Cal, we get the win. And honestly, the recruiting is not looking incredible right now. It looks okay, but that's kind of where the best I would give it. I did think this year might not be quite as good because I was going after guys who weren't necessarily as interested in USC, but the rest, everyone else, it was just kind of like, those are the guys who I think would fit best if we're able to track them down. Okay, we got another undefeated road game, ranked team, Utah. Oh, we get the win. Now we have Colorado, which should be, somewhat easy game. And then we have Notre Dame. Yeah, CU's still a 93 overall. I don't know how, what is it? I've never looked at their roster. Would they have at this point? They still have Dylan Edwards. They got some good players. Case and Wiseman. They're good. They have a lot of good talent on offense. We should be able to win, no problem. But okay, Colorado, need the win. 49-28. We'll take it though. It's going to make us 5-1. Okay, now we have Notre Dame, another top 5 team. We're not going to watch this. We're not going to watch this one. We have watched 2 already. If we make it, yeah, man. Okay, Notre Dame at home. Oh, we actually beat them pretty significantly, but 6-1. Okay, and then we have a bunch of guys in for visits, including Khalil and Peterson this week. If we could lock either or both down, that would basically make this class. We got ASU. Should be an easy win. It is. Hopefully, I'm hoping Peterson, Khalil, and a few of those athletes. If we did that, we're going to be totally fine with this recruiting class. If we don't, I don't think it's going to be great, but our last few have been so good that it's going to be fine either way. Okay, we get Matt Khalil, no Patrick Peterson, middle linebacker, left outside, wide receiver. So we got some recruits in, at least. One of them, the big left tackle. I will take that for sure. So we do have the number 1 class again. We already have 5 stars. Penn State's class looks pretty good. We're still, I didn't know how good we were going to be doing recruiting this year. We're cleaning up once again. Okay, we got Arizona. This is the now we're kind of in the clear. I actually want to look. We do play UCLA at the end of the year, but unless we lose a stupid game, we shouldn't. We should be fine now. There is only 2 undefeateds left, and they play each other. Then if you look at the teams behind us, we already beat Notre Dame. We beat Oklahoma, so that's big. Yeah, I mean, these 2 have to play each other this year in 3 weeks. So one of them is going to drop down, and yeah. Neither has to play Michigan still. Oh yeah, and then Ohio State plays Michigan last game of the year. So okay, I'm liking that. Let's look at our Heisman watch. Nate Johnson at Utah, Justin Martin and Lendale's 4th. Look at some of the season stats. Mark Sanchez 2nd in the country in passing behind Nick Johnson at Utah. Rushing leaders. Okay, so Peterson is outgaining Lendale. Deshaun Jackson 29. Whitworth there for tackles, Benson for sacks, INTs, Dan Connor has 2. Okay, so Sanchez 180 rating. That is super high. 20 touchdowns, only 1 pick. Rushing, yeah, Peterson is outgaining and almost out carrying. Oh, Lendale got hurt. That's why. So, but look like they're honestly just as effective as each other. So that's fine. We're going to have DeMarco Murray next year. Receiving Lemon. Deshaun is our number 1 receiver. Leon's, Percy's been getting in there, especially for a freshman, but Deshaun as a sophomore, 77 yards per game is sick. Defensively, Benson, Shelby, TFLs, Benson, Whitworth, QB sacks, it's Benson. McCoy has 3.5 on the inside. That's pretty good. Not a ton of work for picks right now, but that's fine. Look at team stats. We have the number 3 offense in the country, and we got to play UCLA. We already played Oklahoma, Utah. It's all kind of the Pac-12, which is crazy. Literally, the first 5 teams are all Pac. Points per game, we were number 1. Look, defensively, we've played some tough teams, so we're probably not going to be up here. But yeah, I think our defense is still good. Okay, Arizona, who actually beat us last year. Let's not have a redo of that. Nope, 34-10. Yeah, if you look at recruiting, our class actually might turn out to be kind of insane. Dan Jones there, Blackman, Barrett Jones. I don't know. The only one, I don't know if we'll get Tyron. Like, we don't have a visit with him. and we're about 1,200 points. Like I said, he's one of the ones we just got to hope he just doesn't sign till National Signing Day. Okay, Old Dominion and then FCS. These should both be like, we're putting 60 on the board, hopefully, in both these. 41-17. I mean, we'll take it. I would have liked a little more. Okay, we got a few smaller recruits in there. We honestly don't want to sign too many more here just because we're going to fill up. Okay, FCS East should once again be, hopefully in the 50s. 42. Nothing. Okay, so we lose Tyron and we lose Barrett Jones. We get Jason Green. So we lose some of those O-linemen. We did get Khalil, so we do get one big-time guy at least. So we're still after Peterson, Upshaw, Blackman, Dan Jones, Chris Martin, Chris Marshall are kind of the big ones. Okay, UCLA. Oh, well, bye week then UCLA. We're still number 3. That I don't love. Luckily, that Arkansas loss too is out of conference, so we should make the Pac-12 Championship game, no problem, as long as we beat UCLA. Blackman, so no one. Okay, let's look. We're number 3. 10 and... Okay, how is Notre Dame ahead of us? We beat them, literally. We beat them head-to-head. Ohio State is at Michigan this week. Really hope they lose. But that, I mean, if Notre Dame got in over us, that would be insane. I'm not even going to worry about it because I can't see it happening, but who knows. Okay, got to beat UCLA first, though. Not an easy game. We get it done. So we wrap it up 11-1. We punched our ticket to the Pac-12 Championship. Probably play like a Utah, Oklahoma, something like that. Maybe Texas. See if we get any recruits in this week. Okay, we get Dan Jones. Okay, conference championship weekend. Okay, so we're going to have to play Texas again. We're second in offense, second in defense right now. They're not good offensively. They do have a good defense, though. There's our top 3. There's theirs. We're losing Kurt. Oh, yeah, White is still hurt. Maybe would be back for the Natty. Okay, going to just kind of sim to the end of the game here, and we'll hop in the fourth quarter if it's close. 7-0 us, 14-0 us, 14-7 us, 21-7 us, 21-14. 21-14, 21-20, so it's actually close here. 28-21. Okay, we go up 2 scores there, so we'll go pretty quick here. Yeah, we're gonna score again here. Yeah, we score. Okay, 41-21. We're just gonna go to the end of the game unless something weird happens. 42-28. Oh god, they're down 7 now and they have the ball. I didn't stop it fast enough. 3rd and 10. Okay, 3rd and 10. We need a stop on defense. Let's see what we can do. I hope we're not rushing 3. We are. Why do you rush 3? Okay, 4th and 7. Get a stop here. It's basically over. Obviously, they're going for it. 4th and 7. We do have 4 down. I don't know why our D coordinator calls so many 3 down linemen. Like, let's get some pressure on this dude. We've got a sick front 4. Let's use it. Got a guy coming through. There we go. And that is why you rush 4. That should do it. They do have 3 timeouts, but minute left. Oh, 2 yards. DeMarco. We got DeMarco Murray in running this out. Mark Sanchez kneels, and we do win the pack over Texas. 436 yards, 5 touchdowns for Deshaun. DeMarco was in. We must have had both our guys injured. The other running back, Marion, why was he not playing? I have no idea. Lemon, Leons, and Harvin all had over 100 yards. And DeMarco had 2 touchdowns receiving. Deshaun was kind of quiet, but that's fine. We get the W now. Oh, wow. Marion Peterson, our 2nd string running back, wins the Heisman. Okay, cool. We get another Heisman. Okay, so we're in the Natty versus Ohio State again. Try to win 4 in our first 5 years at USC. So we have the number 1 offense, number 4 defense. They're the number 2 offense in points, number 1 in yards. We're number 2 in yards, and they're 6th in defense. So we are both very, very good. Injury report, we are coming in clean. Their center is out. We are in the Rose Bowl, so this is kind of a home game for us. Okay, we're going to go through the first quarter here. So we go down and we get 3. They go down, get nothing. They get a stop. They get 7. They get another stop. And now they're driving. 2nd and 4, 1st and 10, 2nd and 6, 3rd and inches, 1st and 10, 2nd and 7, 3rd and 4. Can we hold them to 3 here and keep this a 7-point game? Devin Brown, their 99 senior quarterback, in shotgun. We're bringing blitz pressure. He finds a guy, but he's short. We get the knockout there. Hold him to a field goal. We are going to stay within 7 here. Field goal is no good. Wow. Okay. Sanchez. We got 3rd and 8. We got 3rd and 8. Can Sanchez make something happen here? We got Deshaun and Percy down below. Pressure kept, boom, to Leon's, I think. There we go. I don't know why it got all freaking smoky there, but there we go. 25. Yeah, this is like hazy. I don't know what's going on here. Sanchez, kind of a slow start. 4 of 10 for 55 yards, but we'll take it. It is very hazy. I don't know what that is. Okay, Sanchez, shotgun. What do you got? Drop it. Oh, almost like tight end tunnel screen there. Pick up another 8 yards. I'm excited. Next year, that's going to be Gronk playing that role. Oh my goodness. This is almost unwatchable in this view. Touchdown here would be huge. Motion guy across the formation, our tight end. Got Lendale in the backfield. We're going to hand it off to him. He breaks a tackle, but he goes down. So Lendale's starting. We're sitting our Heisman Trophy winner. I don't know how that guy won the Heisman, but okay, 3rd and 4. Sanchez to Harvin for 22 yards. We go up 3. Devin, Tedgen, they score 13. 1st and 10. 2nd and 7. 4th and 7. And they miss another field goal. Oh my goodness, their kicker. Okay, we got 3rd and 5 here. Their kicker has missed 2 field goals, and they weren't even that long. Wow, okay. We can go up, 10 or 7. Yeah, we could go up. Yeah, we go up big before the half. So this would be huge. Let's go try to put this in. Boom, right there. Yes, let's go. Leon's, we are going to him a ton. He's been a great tight end for us over the last few years. We're going hurry up here to end the half. Sanchez, only 100 yards passing in the first half. So we haven't been super explosive on offense, but this is a really good Ohio State team. Sanchez drops back, pressure in his face, going to go out to the outside. Percy Harvin picks up 4. Gonna super sims Percy for 14, Deshaun for 24, and then Lemon for an 11-yard touchdown. We are now up 17-7. And yeah, they're not able to convert. Now they do have the ball. Beanie Wells, incomplete. Barry, 4th and 3. They punt it. Now we can almost just steal this game out from under them right here. 1st and 10, 2nd and 7, 3rd and 4. 1st and goal. It's got 1st and goal from the 5-yard line in the 3rd quarter. Trying to go up 24-7. No, straight drop with Sanchez. Drop it under to Leon. And yeah, we totally had control here. 23-7. I thought this was going to be closer. I thought this Ohio State team was going to give us all we could handle, but it doesn't look like it. 2nd and 7, 3rd and 3. Pick it up. Lendale and Deshaun for an 11-yard touchdown. This one's basically over. Okay, they score a quick touchdown there. I'm going to keep super. Okay, all of a sudden they're down 10. Okay, all of a sudden we have a game and we're punting this football. Okay, 3rd and 11 though, and they pick it up. 2nd and 10. Okay, we got 3rd and 12 right here. They're out of field goal range. Only down 10, 4 minutes left. This isn't quite over yet. Drops back. Fires it underneath. Ted Ginn 100 yards on the day, but yeah, they kind of got to go for this here. 4th and 10. This is the ball game. Devin Brown, his last game as the Ohio State quarterback. It is now or never, young man. Okay, drops back. Plenty of time. Pressure, and it's underneath. Incomplete, and that is basically going to do it. That is going to give us our 4th national championship in 5 years to start this 16-year sim. By far the best pace I have ever been on. Yeah, we've beat Oklahoma, North Carolina, and then we beat Ohio State 2 years in a row. So crazy. So starting out at the next video, we're going to just keep trying to get it, keep it going at this pace. If we, I don't know. We're recruiting so good, but I don't think we'll be able to keep quite this up. If we look at the stats, Sanchez, 254, 4 touchdowns. Lendale, 148. That's Lendale's last game. He's been with us for all 5 years. Walker Leon Lyons, he was with us for all 5 years. His last game as well. But same with Lemon. But for the most part, we have most of this team back next year, which is kind of crazy. We win back-to-back for the 2nd time in the video. Back-to-back, take a year off back-to-back. Okay, we're going to look at kind of the year-end stuff. So obviously we finished 1st in the polls. Oklahoma 2nd. Oklahoma's been on a run, man. They just not quitting here. I I was unsure. I'm like, should I put Oklahoma or Texas in our conference? I'm like, I'll put in my division. I said, I'll put Oklahoma, but that might have been a mistake. They've been a killer. Marion somehow wins the Heisman. It's his last game. All-Americans, Marion Peterson. We got Ryan Khalil in his last game. McCoy, Crawford. Yeah, so we did lose some guys, but okay, that's kind of it there. Richard Sherman gets a second-team All-American as a freshman. Dan Connor gets it. And Benson along our D-line. Look at season stats. So Mark finishes second in the country in passing. I want to call this guy Adrian. It's a Marion Peterson finishes fourth in rushing. Deshaun gets over 1,000 yards. Manningham second on the country for Alabama. Patterson there for tackles. Benson there for sacks. INTs there. Let's look at our season stats. So Sanchez, great year as a sophomore. Won 2 national championships both his years so far. Marion had a really good year. Lendell came back in the Natty, but yeah, we're going to lose both those guys. Receiving, we lose Lemon and we lose Leon or Lions, and but we're going to have Deshaun and Percy as just our go-to weapons next year, which is just going to be insane. And Gronk. Benson at TFL, sacks, that's what we looked like. INT. Sherman had 4 INTs as a freshman. That sounds like Richard Sherman. 10 and a safety. So Sherm looks like we got a stud at corner. Okay, we're gonna advance here. So yeah, we just gotta kind of pick. Kind of unfortunate, like I said, but we're just gonna go all in on Patrick Peterson. So through 5 years of this video, the first part of this video, we're 66-3, 5-0 in bowls. We've won 4 Pac-12s and 4. It's really the Pac-14 right now, and 4 national championships. So this is kind of who's leaving. We do lose, obviously, some talent. Shelby, Peterson, Lendale, Ryan Khalil, John David Booby, Makai Lemon, Brown, Leon, Curtis, Crawford. So yeah, we lost talent, but we're going to be right back in it next year. Okay, so only 1 scholarship remaining. We are going all in. I'm giving 15,000 to Patrick Peterson. I mean, I could probably stop around 10,000, but we might as well just give them all 15. Why play with fire? Maybe Miami wants to go crazy. Maybe Toledo really wants Patrick Peterson, which I'm sure they do. Would probably be the best recruit they've ever got. Okay, we're just going to rescind on Courtney Justin, who looks like he'll probably end up at Ohio State, and Chris Martin. What if we somehow don't get him here? That I would even just laugh at that. Okay, we get Patrick Peterson. We signed the #1 class for the 4th year in a row. Let's go look at National Signing Day. All right, so here's our recruits. But let's look at our top classes. So yeah, we had 7 5-stars and 9 4-stars. Peterson, Rudolph, Khalil. Yeah, I hate looking at it that way. Okay, then Ohio State second, Clemson, Penn State, Notre Dame, Nebraska. Who had Penn State 4 5-stars. Hills, Jenkins, Henderson. None of really our guys, but I like to kind of look in here. I wish they would do it by overall or something. But we got Peterson. This Dan Jones looks pretty good. A 5-star D tackle. Bunch of kind of just middling guys. We got Matt Khalil. This Elliott Powell looks pretty good. Jones, Marvin Jones, Kyle Rudolph. So yeah, our class was good, but it was definitely not my favorite class. Out of our last 4, this is probably my least favorite, but we do get #1. Okay, if we go to all prospects, Daquan Bowers went to Clemson, just like in real life. Michael Floyd, Arizona. Travis Kelce, Notre Dame. That's a huge pickup for them. Julio goes to Clemson. That's big. Andrew Luck to Bama. They got Jake Locker a few years ago as well. Janoris Jenkins, Penn State. Barrett Jones, Ohio State. Terrell Pryor, Clemson. So Clemson got a class. Terrell Pryor, Julio Jones, and Daquan Bowers. Justin Blackman ended up at Ohio State because we weren't able to get him. We get Kyle Rudolph. We get Marvin Jones. Mark Ingram ends up at Iowa. That's kind of a good fit for them. We get this D tackle. Kendall Wright ends up at Texas. EJ Manuel ends up at Bama. And they got Andrew Luck. So yeah, it's kind of weird. LaMichael James ends up at Tulane. That's a great pickup for them. Courtney Upshaw at Bama. Blaine Gabbard at Tulsa. Marcel Darius at the U. RG3 ends up at Notre Dame with Travis Kelce. That is huge for Notre Dame. We get Patrick Peterson. That's most of our guys. where they ended up. We get Matt Khalil. So that is where we're going to end the video, guys. The next part of this series will be out next week, where we'll be doing 5 more seasons. Then part 3 will be coming out the week after that, where we'll wrap it up with the last 6. So I did this exact same challenge with the 2001 Miami Hurricanes. I played through 16 seasons and tried this same challenge. So if you guys want to check that out, then watch this video right here. It might be over here, one of these 2 spots.